Good morning to one and all. On behalf of Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, it is our extreme privilege to welcome all our esteemed dignitaries, prized alumni who have joined us on this platform from across the globe, our deans, HOIs, HODs, faculty members, students to this momentous and historic occasion, the launch of the USA and Canada chapters of Amity Alumni Association. We are truly honored and excited to have you all with us on this day.
Alumni connection is one of the most precious aspects for expanding possibilities for oneself, as well as for educational institutions and universities. Amity University has produced great leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, engineers, technologists, scientists, writers, and above all, wonderful human beings who are strengthening the brand of Amity across the globe through their untiring efforts and knowledge in all walks of life.
Thank you, Dr. Lakshmi. The lighting of the lamp signifies the acknowledgement and blessings. We begin the ceremony with the lighting of the lamp, accompanied by an invocation dedicated to this light in our lives. May I request the guests to please participate in the virtual lighting of the ceremonial lamp before starting today's proceedings. Thank you so much. As a tradition at Amity, we welcome our esteemed guests with a Tulsi sapling, once again, symbolizing the same values and ethos. I would now request the start of the Tulsi sapling presentation, please. I would request Honorable Founder President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan to kindly present a Tulsi sapling virtually to Mr. A.G.K. Karunakaran, President and CEO, Multicoware in Sunnyvale, California, and President at TI Silicon Valley, California, United States. Thank you. I would now request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, to kindly present a Tulsi sapling virtually to our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. Request Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Education Group, to kindly present a Tulsi sapling to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan. now request Mr. Sandeep Tiwari, who's the head Amity Alumni Association, USA and Canada International Chapters, and director at SST Global Services in Canada, to kindly present a Tulsi sapling to Dr. Aseem Chauhan, Chancellor, Amity University, and additional President, RB. I would now request Professor Dr. Anupam Narula, Deputy Director, Alumni Relations and Professor Marketing, Amity University of Uttar Pradesh, to kindly present a Tulsi sapling to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shuklam. And I would now request Mr. Sandeep Tiwari once again to present his Tulsi sapling to Honorable Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Education Group. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Sandeep Tiwari loves to start his professional introduction with Amity. Having studied at Amity in the very first batch of 95 to 97 at ABS, Sandeep carries the distinction of not only being the first Amityan to have joined the corporate world in the year 1997, but also the first ever Amityan to have earned the paycheck in the month of April 1997. Sandeep's corporate odyssey over the last 25 years includes some high-profile positions: Chief Marketing Officer of LG, Director Marketing at Samsung, President at Usha, before moving over to Canada to start his entrepreneurial initiative, SST Global Services, Inc. I would now request Mr. Sandeep Tiwari, Head, Amity Alumni Association, USA and Canada International Chapters, who is the ABS alumnus, PGDM class of 1997, Amity University, Noida, and Director SST Global Services in Canada, to kindly deliver his welcome address. Over to you, Sandeep.
Thank you so much. It has all happened last 25 years, 1997, when the first batch graduated out of Amity, to the year 2022, where we are. With a remarkable presence across over 167 countries, across the 6 continents. Today, we are not just talking about ourselves, we are talking about this very large family, a family that is bonded by alma mater, Amity University. We are alumni of Amity, and that's what Amity Alumni Association is all about. Picking up the threads from Dr. Atul Chauhan, alumni for Amity are global brand ambassadors, and they are the most important treasure for Amity. We started this initiative exactly 1 year back. Out of the 400,000 plus Amityans, there are 200,000 plus Amityan alumni, and there are another 200,000 plus students who are presently at the campus, all set to become an alumni very soon. As we spoke, the presence is in remarkable 167 countries in just last 25 odd years. With 34,000 of the alumni located outside India, the footprint is very impressive. Out of these 34,000, Americas account for nearly 10,000 plus, with an estimated 7,000 plus in the United States and 3,000 plus located in Canada. As we speak today morning, we have over 650 alumni members who are registered, and they are all physically located in Canada and USA in the 2 chapters where we have introduced, with USA accounting for 267 plus alumni members and 383 in Canada. Something very distinct about the profiling of the 2 chapters. the 383 alumni members in Canada, 78% of them are located in Ontario, but it's very distinctly different in United States. In United States, out of the 267 plus alumni members, they are almost very uniformly spread across every state. There's a very favorable gender ratio of 49% women members in Canada as against 38% in United States. 61% have moved in last 5 years as far as Canada is concerned, and 37% have moved in last 5 years as far as United States is concerned, making Canada a very hot destination for our alumni to make their career and make that as a new homeland. We have a more uniform background, people coming not only from engineering, but from biotechnology, arts, and every discipline of including management, as far as Canada is concerned, where it's still significantly dominated by the engineers as far as America is concerned in the United States. So creating this bridge of Alumni Association after 25 years is all about connecting the alumni who are located in 6 continents, 167 countries, 200,000 plus total alumni, and 34,000 plus overseas alumni with the alma mater, which is represented today with an impressive footprint of 12 universities, remarkable 16 overseas campuses, 6,000 plus faculty, and overall, in terms of the presence, 200,000 plus students studying in various campuses as we speak today. So the 3 big reasons why this initiative now. 20 to 25 years after graduating from an institution brings the badge to that particular threshold where they can not only navigate for themselves, they can navigate for the others. That's the reason 1 why this initiative. The reason 2, today we have a critical mass of 200,000 plus alumni, which will give a very crucial diversity for networking between themselves and between the alumni and the alma mater. With 166,000 plus located in India, it becomes even more important for countries outside India, where we have an impressive 34,000 plus strength. And last but not the least, home away from home gives a brilliant advantage in these international chapters. And that's our experience for last 2.5 months, ever since we started the pre-launch registration drive. It gives an emotional, a rational reason for both of them to come together and work it out. Sometime between 1995 and 2022, maybe at a different campus, maybe for a different course, we have all experienced the spirit called Amity. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome each other as we take a deep dive in time to relive the nostalgia of Amity, but this time all together.
Amity University has been ranked among the top 3% universities globally by QS and Times Higher Education, the world's leading university ranking organizations. It has also been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for the past 9 years. Amity has also set a new standard of academic excellence in India by becoming Asia's only not-for-profit university to be awarded US Regional Accreditation as well as accreditation by the UK's Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education. The university is part of the not-for-profit Amity Education Group, established more than 2 decades ago. Today, it is home to over 175,000 brilliant students, pursuing over 400 programs in 60 diverse disciplines across 11 universities and 28 schools. Amity Group's vision of building a global knowledge network has led to establishing 16 international campuses in London, Singapore, Dubai, New York, San Francisco, Amsterdam, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Tashkent, Mauritius, Nairobi, and South Africa. Amity's strong focus on research and innovation has led to the filing of more than 1,600 patents, which according to the Controller General of Patents in India is the highest number of patents filed by any Indian university. Amity is also engaged in conducting more than 500 high-end government-funded as well as international research projects, including those funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, United States Agency of International Development and the Leverhulme Trust UK. In the field of management, the university has developed more than 3,500 case studies in recent years that have been bought in 106 countries by over 2,600 leading institutions and organizations. These research-focused initiatives have led to Amity being listed as one of the top universities in India by Atal Ranking of Institutions on Innovation Achievements, Ministry of HRD, Government of India. Recently, the Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization. Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates in a survey conducted among 11,000 employers worldwide by Times Higher Education UK. It is a testimony to Amity's excellent placement record, wherein over 9,500 students have secured placements in 900 organizations even during the lockdown period in 2020 and 2021. The pursuit of excellence across diverse disciplines has also resulted in Amity being ranked 25th in the country by the prestigious National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF, Government of India. The university has also pioneered the concept of industry-led institutions, where leading organizations such as multinational conglomerate Tata, the UK's Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors and CII have set up institutions in partnership with Amity on campus. Attracting some of the most brilliant students, Amity has instituted India's largest private scholarship programs, benefiting over 25,000 students. These students are blazing a trail of success, having filed over 125 patents and published more than 2,000 Scopus-indexed research papers. For these students, Amity's curricula and pedagogy lay great emphasis on industry interactions. In fact, Amity has facilitated students' interaction with over 50 global gurus and Nobel laureates, besides 1,500 corporate leaders. Further, Amity's unique initiatives to nurture professionals for the global stage include Study Abroad Program, 3-Continent Program, and the Global Study Program at leading universities in USA, UK, Dubai, Singapore, and Australia. Amity has also awarded over 2,000 PhD fellowships to brilliant researchers to carry out path-breaking research in thrust areas that will impact the development of the country. The award-winning Innovation Incubator on campus has nurtured more than 100 companies and attracted investments of over 40 million US dollars. The campus also has many high-end research centers, including ones set up with Nobel laureates. Amity University is dedicated to grooming future leaders to become not only competent professionals but also value-driven human beings with a deep passion for humanity, who together will change the world.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sandeep, for showing us wonderful Amity journey and distinct profiling of 2 chapters. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's give a huge round of applause to your alma mater for this excellent, unparalleled growth of which all of you are part of. And I would take this opportunity before we invite Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam to welcome our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who has joined us on this platform. Sir, thank you so much. All your students are waiting to hear from you and to get your blessings.
Pooja, I was listening from 9 or 8 a.m. onwards
Yes, sir.
the meeting. So I just appeared physically, but I saw this invocation and every word of yours from the first minute.
And sir, everybody, the smile on everybody's face the moment they saw you is also unparalleled.
We welcome you, sir.
Even without seeing you,
President.
from your voice, I would have said, this is Sandeep.
So nice of you, sir.
Very warm welcome from the President and congratulations. Congratulations.
Great, great, great.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Great.
Lakshmi, over to you, please.
It's my privilege to introduce you to a charismatic, a passionate leader, an outstanding administrator, a brilliant academician, a vivid researcher, and a far-sighted visionary who is known for her multifaceted insights, humility, and leadership skills. Professor Dr. Balvinder Shuklam, ma'am. She is Professor of Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and IT, and the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. She has been one of the key team members spearheading the exponential growth of Amity Group. Her keen areas of interest lies in promoting entrepreneurship, CSR, industry, academic collaborations, and outcome-based education. She has developed many unique models. With a profound respect and honor, I would invite Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, to deliver her address. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lakshmi. Our most respected Honorable Founder President, our Honorable Chancellor, our Honorable Guest of Honor, Mr. A.G.K. Karunakar, the President of TiE Silicon Valley, all my esteemed fellow Vice Chancellors from all the Amity universities, and the Group Vice Chancellor, heads of institution, deans, but the most important, our brand ambassadors, Amity alumni, spanning over 25 years. I, on behalf of Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, all the Vice Chancellors, Deans, Head of Institution, extend very warm welcome to our guest of honor, our Honorable Founder President, Chancellor, and all the distinguished Vice Chancellors, guests, and most importantly, our alumni. It is the most important and historic day today that we are launching the international chapters of Amity Alumni Association, USA and Canada chapters. It was vision of our Honorable Founder President and the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chancellor that this initiative was taken to set up the chapters in USA and Canada, and that too, which was led by our own alumni of very first batch, Sandeep Tiwari, who was extremely passionate when he was in ABS, when he joined in 1995 the PGDM program, who was always active in the institutional activities, driven many committees, many initiatives, and ensured that how their batchmate all get placed, whether it was the trends, whether it was a placement or any activity. He was very, very actively. And that's what the first batch set the benchmark for the rest of the batches. And we are seeing the batch after batch, the success of the Amitians. Honorable Founder President have always envisioned that Amitians will be a success story, and there will be a different breed of professionals who will not only will have the skills and competencies of the international level, but at the same time they will have the values and scars that which will make them different. They're committed to their organization, committed to their professions, and will set their imprints whichever the organization they serve or whichever the organization they lead. And that's what we are seeing. There's so many examples of success stories, and we are seeing that 34 100,000 plus alumni are across the globe, in addition to 166,000 within the country. But this powerful network of 34,000 plus alumni outside the country, and they have set such a benchmark, such imprints wherever we are going, where we hear, we always hear very positive about the Amitians. These were the values and sanskar which were provided by the Amity to all of you, whether they are from the Noida campus or Lucknow campus or the Jaipur campus or Haryana campus or Mumbai, irrespective of which campus. But the Amity spirit, runs across all Amitians from across the globe. And when I'm seeing that today, whether it is the Siddharth Bhutani or whether it's the Dharesh Nair or the Neha Chaku or whether Sirish, so many of you, when I'm saying my memories are coming alive, that how you people have lived your life on the campus as a very active stewards and how you have set place for yourself, not only within the country, but even on the foreign lands. And this is only your sincerity, your commitment. Our honorable founder president's vision is that how we can contribute to the nation building. He has always thought for the nation building, and right from the first campus of Amity School when it was established in 1990, and thereafter the first higher education institution, Amity Business School. Honorable founder president from that day onwards always said Amity has to contribute to the nation building through education, through research, philanthropy, and that's the mission is everyone is carrying. And you people have all very high responsibility. Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor has always focused how we build the relationships across the globe with the corporate world, with the universities. And the TIE has been one of the very important partner for last several years. Amity being the charter member of TIE Delhi, and where the TIE has always helped to create the curriculum, to help in the entrepreneurship development. And this the partnerships today seeing, Mr. AGK Karunakaran on this platform reflects that how the Amity is looking at the greater role that I to play in promoting entrepreneurship among the youth, not only in the country but across the globe. Because it's only the entrepreneurship which is going to contribute to the nation building and the economy's development. And therefore, we look forward, Mr. Karna Karanji, that how we can work together with the Thai platforms across the globe in different countries. So the way we have the strong relationship with the Thai Delhi and how we can have with the other chapters also that relationship, how we can partner together. So we look forward your guidance and support. Our group vice chancellor has been expanding the amity across the globe as per the vision of our honorable founder president and under the dynamic leadership of our chancellors, both Dr. Atul Chauhanji and Dr. Sim Chauhanji. And that's what the amity and you will be having a bigger role to play setting up the Amity campuses in different countries and where you can also benefit. And please let us know how we can contribute, help you in your profession, the same time how you can help Amity to spread its wing in all the countries. 16 countries Amity already has its presence, but our vision of Honorable Founder President is to have the presence in all the countries. With once again, I extend very warm welcome to all the alumni, our guests of honor, Mr. Karnakaranji, and I would like to thank our Honorable Founder President, our Honorable Chancellors, and entire all the trustees and entire Chauhan family, and the senior leadership of all Amity Education Group for their support and guidance. What Amity is today, together let's make that change in the world what is envisioned by our honorable founder president and our honorable chancellors together that we can really make a change in the world to make this world a better place to live where the harmony is there, there's love is there, and there's always togetherness to make this really truly a great world to live. With this, I extend a very warm welcome and look forward working together for the better world. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for such inspiring and motivational words. And I'm sure it would have brought in so many memories to all our alumni who have joined us today. Before I invite my next guest, I would like to welcome Honorable Chancellor Dr. Aseem Chauhan sir, who has joined us, and also Mr. Almol Chauhanji, who's the Senior Vice President at Amity Capital Ventures. Welcome, sir, to this platform. Thank you so much for joining. I would now request Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies and Director, Amity Business School, to kindly give us an overview of Amity Education Group.
Thank you, Pooja. Good morning and good evening to all of one and all. Honorable Founder President Sir, Honorable Chancellor Sirs, EGK Karnokaran ji, Group Vice Chancellor Sir, Vice Chancellor Madam, all esteemed colleagues, and above all, our star Amity alumni achievers. Welcome. Host of the day, Mr. Sandeep Tiwari, our own Sandeep Tiwari, has shown you a small video of Amity. I am being given the most difficult task of today's evening, an overview of Amity Education Group in only few minutes. The group established by our foundation, Ratan Balvinder Education Foundation, RBEF, in 1986. First school in Saket, Delhi in 1991. First school of higher education, Amity Business School in 1995, first university, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh in 2005, and today, this group has expanded as Amity Universe, spread over all the 7 continents of the world. I'm just going to give you an overview of this group. With Amity philosophy, where modernity blends with tradition, we start with MEON, our pre-nursery school, to PhD, postdoctoral, to continuing education, with values and ethics, nation building, and holistic education as our parameters. The largest education group with 175,000 brilliant students, 6,000 faculties, 11 functional universities, and so on. Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, a flagship institution of Amity Education Group. The group has grown to more than 25 campuses spread over 1300 acres and include 11 world-class universities, 28 schools and preschools, 16 international campuses across London, Dubai, Singapore, New York, San Francisco, Abu Dhabi, Mauritius, Sharjah, Amsterdam, and so on. Various recognitions and accreditation to our name. Internationally ranked among the top 3 percentile universities globally by QS and Time. Time Global University Employability Ranking 2020, where we were among the top in the world for producing the most employable graduates. Time Higher Education Award Asia 2022, where Student Recruitment Campaign of the Year with Amity University Online, we are in the topmost category. In QS, Indian University Rankings, we are following Indian universities in #1 categories. In online MBA program, our ranking is there. The only university with US and UK accreditation with WASC and QAA. In Indian accreditation, NAC, in second cycle, we have achieved grade A plus with 3.27 CGPA. In NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework, we have been marked 25 ranking, 25 among all government and private universities in the country. National Intellectual Property Award 2020 for top Indian academic institutions. Top rankings ranked India's not-for-profit private universities for 10th year by India Today in 2022. National Intellectual Property Award Best Campus Award in 2019 by Forbes Middle East. Award Sheikh Khalifa Excellence Award in the education category. LEED Platinum Certified. Known for many centers, Sir Richard John Roberts Center for Genetically Modified Organisms, Dr. Takai Katija Center for Particle Research Physics. Strategic tie-ups with leading corporates and professional bodies to launch industry-led institutions, Tata Technologies, DRDO, Amity University, CII School of Logistics, RICS, and so on. Sponsored projects, for DST, DBT, CSIR, DRDO, PAE. Research, 17,000 plus Scopus Index publications, 1,12,000 plus Scopus Index citations, research initiatives recognized in top 1% journal globally. Amity University researchers featured in top 2% researchers in 2021 Stanford University study. Technology transfer among the top universities across. Major corporate trainings conducted. Over 5,000 academic and research webinars, online guest lectures, seminars, workshops, training sessions. Even the most difficult time of COVID pandemic. Many efforts for nation building. Amity Humanity Foundations with aim to promote equitable social development of economically challenged, marginalized, and weaker section of society. Amitasha schools, Atulasha schools. Today, this is the Amity India map, our campuses in India. Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Greater Noida campus, Lucknow campus, Jaipur, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Gwalior, Kolkata, Jharkhand, Patna, Mohali. Other Amity campuses in India, Amity global campuses, Amity's overseas campuses, Amity schools overseas, Amity schools overseas. Our international funded projects with USAID, Erasmus, UKRI, Global Grant 2021, British Columbia, British Council, many foundation collaborations, Bill Melinda Gates, Fulbright, first pioneer in Pan-African e-network projects, best in innovation incubator with 300 plus companies incubated, certified incubator in Amity University from Dubai, a map of research and collaborative projects in the world, VIP dignitaries who visited Amity University campus, Nobel laureates association with Amity, from Sir Harry Croto to Sir Yuan P. Lee, Sir Richard J. Roberts, Dr. Kaki Katija, ambassadors, His Excellency, Ambassador of United States of America to Netherlands, Finland, British High Commission, and so on. Widespread international links, universities in UK and Europe, in North America, in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Now, a question from all our wonderful alumni achievers. How could we achieve it? How could we achieve to this? You should not forget this journey is very less. In case if you just see the history of all the universities across the globe, there are universities which are at least 1,000 years old. And your university started its foundation in 86, first school in 1991, School of Higher Education in 1995, and first university in 2005. Mathematically, it's a very small journey. How could we achieve it? And the person, the man behind this vision is our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, the man with the Midas touch, who has a firm belief when God pushes somebody, inspires somebody, leads somebody, no power in the world can stop such a person. A man who started his journey in 1966 with 3 sterling pounds, went to Germany, set up his own empire, then his nation building, his nation love, his love for nation, to make India as an education power, he came back, started his foundation, Ritnan Balved Education Foundation, and today we have seen this growth. This is the vision of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. There are many other factors, and the one more factor which I would like to mention here is our alumni. You all, as we always say, once an Amitian is always an Amitian. The journey of higher education from Amity Business School in 1995, and today we have 2 lakhs Amity alumni across the globe, presence in more than 15 countries, and this chapter today of Canada and US is another feather in our camp. We owe this success of the group to our star alumni. As we always say, Amity is as good as you make it. The future of your own Amity Education Group, our founder president's vision, where we see 35 Amity universities in every state and UT of India with 100 campuses across the country, overseas campuses, and so on. This is a beginning, friends, and this is all because of you. Thank you so very much, all the Amity alumni achievers. We owe this success to you. Thank you.
You're on mute. Pooja, you're on mute.
Muted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. So as I was saying, Dr. Bansal, as you said, it is not possible to bring together all that Amity University has achieved and its unprecedented growth in 10 minutes. But I'm sure these slides that you showed, your presentation, would have filled the hearts of our alumni with so much pride because their alma mater has achieved so much in such short duration, which actually is unparalleled. I don't think there is any university in the world which has shown such tremendous growth that Amity has shown. And it is all because of our students, our alumni, and everybody who's a part of this amazing family. Thank you so much for this presentation. And now we move on to our next speaker, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, has an extensive experience of more than 30 years in institutional building, teaching, consultancy, research, and industry. He is internationally recognized as a known professor in the area of management and is known in the field of academics as an institutional builder, writer, professor, distinguished academician, a top-class trainer, and the champions of the heart of students. It is my privilege to invite Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, for his remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, and it's a privilege to welcome our very dynamic, vibrant alumni on behalf of our very respected founder, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, and on behalf of our chancellors, our trustees. It always gives you energy when you see your students, when you see your alumni is successful. I remember our founder, Dr. Chauhan, coming on the stage in 1998 and announcing that there will be a day when you will find that alumni will be amongst the top universities of the world. And I remember many people who were sitting in the auditorium, in the seminar hall at that time, saying that how Amity will be great, how Amity will be amongst the top institutions. And our founder saying that we will be relevant not only in India, but we will be relevant across the globe. Today, when we sit in 2022, you can see Amity universities not only in India, not only 11 universities in India, but you see our campuses in London, you see our campuses in New York, in San Francisco, in Singapore, in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, in South Africa, in Mauritius, in Amsterdam, our university in Tashkent, a campus in Paris, Romania, Russia, and new universities which are being planned in Australia, Canada, Spain, San Francisco, and Italy. This vision has been realized by the dynamic presence and vibrant presence of Amity alumni. Wherever we go in the world, if today Amity is being respected, it is because of the participation, it is because of the contribution of our alumni. I remember a year back when I met for the first time Sandeep ji, our very dynamic alumni in Canada. The task which was given to him was that we should be able to bring Canadian and American alumni together. And he started working on this wonderful project. Today, when I'm speaking, I can see still WhatsApp messages, latest by Akash, saying, congratulations to Amity on this wonderful initiative. I got a message from Yash, who is the CEO of Kick Harvest, just a few minutes back on my WhatsApp, that, sir, congratulations. We feel so proud that Amity is relevant in so many countries of the world. It's great to see Siddharth Bhutani, Dhirensh, Neha, Jitesh, Dr. Niti Saxena, Suresh Mishra, Harshit, Dr. Hironi, Tanya, Binod. But let me tell you the story of Amity and how it has been so successful. Few years back, we thought that why not to organize various events across the globe. And I remember that wherever we went, we got enormous support from Amity alumni. We started with the UK in London. 5 years back, we thought that why not to do something amazing in UK? And we thought to organize an international conference, first IEEE conference from India, from an Indian institution in London. And we thought to bring some of the leading ministers, some of the leading MPs, some of the leading industrialists who can come together and can help our students, can help Amity to create its brand awareness in UK. We wanted to offer internships to our students. It was a difficult project, but what we saw was that the moment we announced, we saw Taha, we saw Pragya, we saw Garima, we saw Ruchi, we saw Digvijay, and we saw hundreds of our alumni coming together. And I remember Dr. Abe Bunsen and myself and few others from India, when we went there, we created first time the history in UK. And IEEE UK was the first one to announce that we feel so happy that someone from Asia is coming for the first time and creating history in London. I remember in Singapore, when we were establishing our campus, our very dynamic and honorable additional president and the chancellor of Amity University, Haryana, and other universities, he said that why not to invite few of our alumni. And Dr. Asim Chauhan, if you remember, that we were able to bring Mohini, we were able to bring Neha, we were able to bring Anuj. And from there, we started up a tradition of organizing international conferences in Singapore. I remember 2 years back, we were in Australia. We thought that why not to create an impact of Amity in Australia. Today, we have got the relationship with all the Group 8 universities of Australia. But what we thought that was impossible, our alumni made it possible. We got the support of Anjum, we got the support of Gagan, we got the support of Anshul, and all of them, they came together and we were able to do something in Canberra, we were able to organize in Melbourne, and we were able to organize in Sydney. And of course, this year we will be doing something in Perth also. And why I'm saying this? Because when I see US and Canada, I look at my WhatsApp daily in the morning and I see at least 10 messages coming from Toronto and at least 5-6 from US. In US, whenever we organize our events, whenever Savitaji, who is online and is very ably leading our US campus, we see that so many of our alumni, they come together. Just a month back, we organized an event, and it was great to see that how good our alumni is doing. We looked at some of the top brands, and we saw Microsoft. We looked at Supriya working there. We looked at KPMG, and we saw Abhinav leading there. We saw Scotia Bank. We saw Tariq leading there. We look at KPMG, we saw Abhinav working there. We look at Amazon, we saw Sahil leading there. We looked at some of the leading universities like Cornell, we saw Mridul working there. We saw some of the entrepreneur and we saw Shalini. In Canada, we saw Swarna Bakshi. We saw Merkville, where Shweta is working. Sahara at Apple, at YouTube, Sahil leading it, at Amazon, Ankur leading it. At Cisco, Akash leading it, at Google, Anmol leading it. And how it has been possible? It has been possible because someone dreamt that one day our students will be doing and creating the name in the world. And dear alumni, you should feel so proud that you are a part of Amity, which was conceived by no one else but by the man who spent long years in Europe. And he came with one mission that he has to make an impact in the world. He has to create an education portal. He has to create an education group which should be able to create a difference, which should be able to bring a difference in the world. And he gave this leadership to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who himself is a product of London School of Economics. No group in the world, I'm again repeating, no group in the world can show the leadership which Amity is showing today. The founder coming from Europe with more than 3 decades of experience. One chancellor from London School of Economics leading the group. Another chancellor from Wharton Business School leading the few universities. Mr. Ajit Chauhan from Babson College leading the e-learning initiatives. Mr. Abhay Sapnaji, who are looking at two other verticals again from Wharton, and our very dear Amol ji from Harvard Business School. Our 11 vice chancellors who are today present here is a testimony that how they are leading their own universities. Dr. Shukla leading the largest university of Amity University so ably. Dr. Karunakaran, you are an inspiration. We look at you, what you are doing in San Francisco, in Silicon Valley. But let me tell you that when the students go to Silicon Valley and when they work, the feedback which we get from the industry is that Indian talent is unparalleled. And Amity has been able to give to the US industry some of the rarest talents. And Google, Microsoft, PayPal, Goldman Sachs, Cisco, our alumni is a testimony that how they have been able to lead all these organizations with great content. We look forward for your continuous support, but great to see you, Mr. Karunakaran, coming today and speaking to all of us. My appreciation for Dr. Anupam Narula and appreciation for our international affairs team, which has been working day and night to create international linkages. I can see Admiral Alok Bhatnagar and IAA team, Dr. Manoj, Gaurav, Marut, Kanish, Preeti, Himani, Pratiman, Prachi, and IIC team, all of you. I must say that my congratulations and my compliments to all of you. Our heads of institutions, our deans, our faculty, all of you, you have really made a difference. And what Amity will be organizing various events. We have already planned about 10 events in the next, along with the various conferences which we'll be organizing in Dubai, we'll be organizing in London, already organized in US, we'll be organizing in Singapore. While today I'm speaking from here, in the morning there was a location in Singapore. Seeing was believing, looking at 41 countries coming together, students and participating in Singapore. And that is the strength of Amity. Wherever you go, you will get strength. Wherever you will go, you will get respect. Where you go, find Amity. Please make Amity a great institution, and I'm 100% sure that this university is going to be the best in the world. With that confidence, with that humbleness, with that affection, I pray to God that He makes a difference in your life, and may God bless each one of you. Thank you so very much.
Gurinder, that wonderful event at the New York campus where you invited Amity and also some industries, just in 1 minute. That was amazing. We will do it 3 times in a year. Please just tell about that. Industrialist and alumni. Am I loud? Dr. Gurinder?
I think, founder, we can hear you. I think Dr. Singh maybe cannot hear.
Dr. Singh is frozen. Yeah.
You can repeat. Atulji, you can tell. Dr. Gurinder?
Dr. Singh, founder, is saying that the event that you recently held at the New York campus, if you can just brief in 30 seconds about that.
Yes, Honorable Founder President, this was an event where we wanted to bring some of the industry people, people from academic world, and our very distinguished alumni who can come and who can speak and share their experiences. And we were so happy when we saw some of our alumni who are from Amazon. Sahil came from Amazon, Mridul from Cornell, Shalini as an entrepreneur, Swarna came from Canada. She's as a registrar, International Business University. We saw Shivam from Toronto. We saw Tanveer as a OD specialist from Ontario. We saw Sarah from Apple, Sahil from YouTube. We saw Meher from Goldman Sachs. We saw Akash from Cisco, Anmol from Google, Supriya from Microsoft, and all of them, they gave their success stories. And I think that bringing them together was a testimony of your vision, that how Amity has been able to create its impact in the whole world, especially in America and in Canada.
Dr. Gurinder, so that my wife doesn't make any comment, you have forgotten my third Wharton product away. Because I'm very proud that her 3 children are Wharton.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Great, great. Great. And Ajit, in addition to the Babson, Bocconi, and Esade, the most important business schools. So when you are counting, you are right. There is no other organization in the world having such qualified, experienced leadership. I agree with you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much, sir, for wonderful inspiration and intellectual deliberations. Now we have Dr. Aseem Chauhan, is the Chancellor of Amity University, Additional President, RBEF, and CEO, Amity Capital Ventures. Dr. Chauhan holds degrees in engineering, finance, and strategic management from the Wharton Business School at the University of Pennsylvania and is an alumnus of the prestigious Jerome Fisher Program in Management and Technology. A truly global citizen, Dr. Chauhan has spent nearly 2 decades in Europe and more than 1 decade in the US. Dr. Chauhan was a part of Champions of Change program of Prime Minister Modi, which involves private sector leaders in policy making. The Economic Times awarded him with Asia's Most Promising Business Leader Award 2019. Dr. Chauhan works relentlessly to create possibilities for equitable social development by undertaking projects and programs focusing on women, children, adolescents, and the deprived and marginalized sections of the society. Under the leadership of Aseem Sir, Amity Technology Incubator was established in 2008, and since then it has been working continuously to promote entrepreneurship among students, alumni, and the region. We would now request Honorable Chancellor for his address and curtain raiser of Amity Alumni Association US Chapter. Welcome, sir.
Yes, very good evening, and my grateful thanks to all the organizers of this amazing function. There is nothing that gives us more joy than to connect with our alumni, to see their success. It is very fresh in my mind, this sentiment, because I'm currently connecting to you from Singapore. Today we had a wonderful convocation ceremony. 1,000 new alumni of Amity Singapore graduated today. And not only our students from over 40 countries represented were there, but also many of our alumni from the region had flown in. We gave distinguished alumni awards, and the feeling to see our alumni and our former staff students from around the world be together, to see their camaraderie, to see their success, nothing can be better for us, nothing can give us more joy. I just want to share that this is the Straits Times. It is the #1 newspaper of Singapore. And today we took out this full-page ad listing all the names of our graduates. And in this, we have the Amity graduation ceremony, in which we say, with pride, joy, and great expectations, we celebrate the success of our students. And this is really a sentiment which really goes out to each one of you, that when you do well, we celebrate your success. When you achieve great heights, we feel so happy that our faculty, our researchers, our mentors who have worked with you have achieved their goal, which is to make sure that each one of you succeeds. Many years ago, someone asked Dr. Chauhan ji, our founder president, how will Amity change the world? How are you seeing that the world will be changed through Amity? And he had one line to say. He said, each one of my students is like an atom bomb. When they go out into the world, and the impact that they will have as alumni is something that will change the world. And this is a philosophy, a sentiment that all of us imbibe, that it is you, our alumni, that makes us so proud. Founder president was, during the whole Singapore convocation, actually online. I could see that he was watching the whole program, and he kindly took many photographs, and he has requested if we can share some of the photographs online. I'm currently in a mobile location. I can't do it from here, but Amolji, I have sent you the photographs. If in a minute or two you could share some of the photographs on the request of our Honorable Founder President. So just a few of the photos of today. These are your colleagues, your friends from the ASEAN region. And not only our students, but we had Amity representatives present from a number of our rep offices in Vietnam, Indonesia, Guangzhou, Beijing, Shanghai, celebrating the global reach of our student body and of the Amity institutions. So Amol, you can quickly go through these and you can stop sharing. But Founder, I'm so grateful to you that despite your very hectic schedule, you could do the entire Amity convocation in Singapore, and you would have heard my speech in which I said that if Amity is doing so well in every part of the world, it is because of the vision and the inspiration that we all draw from our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhanji. I would invite all of our alumni in North America, in the United States and Canada, to our 2 campuses in the US. We have a 175-acre campus in Oakdale on Long Island in New York. This was formerly St. John's University, which we acquired in the midst of a heated acquisition takeover attempt from 40 different groups. But it is your Amity, my dear alumni, that finally the board of trustees of St. John's said the vision and the ability to promote education and research we can only see in Amity, and they gave that campus to us. It has a 300-meter private beach on the Atlantic Ocean with 11 heritage buildings, including the Bourne Mansion, which was at one point the residence of the richest man in the world, Frederick Bourne, the president of Singer Sewing Machines. I extend my hearty invitation to all of the alumni to come and visit the Amity New York campus at some point. Dr. Gurinder Singh, Savita Arora, Kevin McCrudden, and our team in New York will facilitate your visits. And also our campus in San Francisco, the Presidio Graduate School, which is one of the top programs in sustainability in the world, which the Amity Group acquired a few years ago, and from which we are drawing inspiration to change the world through sustainability. We invite you to our campus location in San Francisco also. With that, my dear alumni, it is a great pleasure to be here with all of you. I can truly say from my heart, nothing makes us happier than to see you, to hear your stories, to see your success, to see your rise to the greatest heights. I wish you each all the best. You are part of our family. We are all connected through the Amity name for all times to come. My greetings to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. And with your permission, can we launch the USA chapter of Amity Alumni Association? Asim, sir?
Please, let's launch the chapter with great expectations from the chapter to bind the love and affection amongst Amity alumni across the United States.
Let's have the video, please. And a huge round of applause. Let's have the video of the launch. We are extremely delighted to announce the inauguration of Amity Alumni Association USA chapter. Thank you so much. And Asim sir, you fill our hearts with pride. And it was so heartwarming to see those pictures, and very truly said, the growth of any university depends upon the growth and success of its alumni. And we here at Amity University are so blessed that all our alumni are doing so well and, you know, flying the Amity flag so high in the world. And thank you so much for all the blessings, Founder Sir. Without your blessings, this would not have been possible. And the mentorship and support of our chancellors, vice chancellors. Thank you so much. And now we come to the next part of the very important part of this program. It is my honor to introduce our guest of honor. Mr. A.G.K. Karunakaran is a serial entrepreneur and is the president of Thai Silicon Valley. He is the co-founder and CEO of Multor Ware Incorp, a leading software company headquartered in the Valley with operations in India, China, and USA. He is the managing partner of 3i Partners, an India Impact Investment Partnership that provides early-stage mentor capital to impact-oriented startup companies involving agri-tech, health tech, EdTech, and livelihood tech. In the past, Mr. Karunakaran was the founder and CEO of GDA Technologies, which was acquired by L&T, India. He serves on the board of Pratham USA and has served on the board of India Community Center and Enact Art. He volunteers for many education-related non-profits supporting underprivileged students in India. It is my honor to request and invite Mr. A.G.K. Karunakaran, President TIE, Silicon Valley, USA, for his special address, please. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Pooja. Thanks to the Amity leadership, the chancellors, the vice chancellor, the alumni, the faculties, and the students, and the esteemed guests. It's an honor for me to be addressing in this momentous occasion of launching alumni chapters, in North America, I would say Canada and USA. When it comes to alumni association, I could think of, three things that I always say to any organization in my work with not-for-profit over the last 10 plus years. I always say when it comes to a not-for-profit or any organization for that matter, they should focus on three things. One is awareness. The other one is engagement. And the third one is, I call it fundraising or finding customers. So let's talk about, for an alumni association to be successful, and I've seen many in my being in the Silicon Valley. I've done work closely with many IIT alumni associations, as well as BITS and others. And I'm from South India. I've also worked with some of the institutions there too. And one thing I find is, just being aware. And I think the awareness starts with an event like this, a very, very well done launch with commitment from the leadership. It takes two to tango, as they say. One is the leadership of the institution. As you can see, right from the founder president to the chancellors, vice chancellor, everybody is committed to making this a success. And then I also see alumni, who opened the talk here, Sandeep, and all of them coming together today to say how we can give back to the community. Once you have these two come together, a lot of magic happens in the form of awareness. And the second one I call is engagement, and it's very important. And engagement can be in multiple different ways, right? It could be a simple social get-together to having a big alumni, sort of conference every year, and it can be anything in between. And to me, the best way to engage an alumni community is first by giving back, because TIE, as you know, I'm sort of, I've been a TIE, beneficiary, I should say, back in the 90s when I just became, and TIE is a 30-year-old organization. And I was in the mid-90s when I wanted to become an entrepreneur. TIE supported. I'm a clear story of, as they say, shop floor to top floor. Basically, I benefited from TIE, and today I'm giving back to TIE, over the last 20 years as a charter member, then volunteered for various roles within TIE, being convener, being a global support network champion, and then, of course, doing the board membership, and then, of course, currently leading the chapter. The reason I'm saying that is giving back was the tenet with which TIE was formed. And if you take that approach, when you give, and you get in spades in return. So I request each and every one of the alumni who are on this call and who you may be talking to, many, many others, emphasize giving back. And that's very, very important. When you give back, it's also, the connections happen, right? Because, you won't know, you can always look back and connect the dots, but, it's very difficult to forward connect it, right? The only way to do that is to put your efforts by giving back. The third thing I say is, fundraising, and this fundraising can be for multiple causes, right? I've seen various alumni association fundraising for, specific endowments. It could be for investing in companies associated with the institution or the alumni network. It could be starting a library or, lots and lots of costs, right? But you need to continuously in the mode of fundraising, organization, institutions like Stanford University, which is right in our bailiwick, they have a huge development organization trying to rally around the successes of their alumni so that they give back. Sometimes people give time, sometimes people give money. You want people to give both if you can. And if you emphasize this, alumni association can play a big role. And I think how can alumni partner with the institution? It could be, every time when they visit to a location where an Amity University is present, they should reach out and try to address the students, faculty, the leadership. Depending on how much time you have, you can do one or many of them, right? This creates strong bond. The other one I've seen many people do, especially BITS and IIT startups have done a very good job, is that they band together and make investments in, institutions founded by the alumni. That's another thing that we can do. The third thing that you can do is, as you heard, there are people working from Amity at all of these major corporations. So you could help with internships, jobs, being a good reference, and all of that stuff, right? So if you do a lot of these little things, this institution will go in places. So partnership is the way to go. So I strongly recommend Amity University as well as the Alumni Association to partner with TIE Silicon Valley, because TIE has angel program, mentoring program, and education programs. And many of our charter members will be willing to spend time. And I also look forward to some of your alumni to become charter member of TIE Silicon Valley. And also, they wanted to talk about my own personal entrepreneurial experience, especially, I'm kind of a unique in that sense. I've been a serial entrepreneur, as I've said before, and in all of my companies, I've not raised venture capital money. So the reason I want to emphasize that is you could build companies of larger scale without venture capital money. And the broad term that the industry calls it is called bootstrapping, right? So, for any idea to succeed, first of all, you need to have a core team, and the core team should be ready to spend 10,000 hours together to work on that idea, nurture that idea. I'm a big fan of this book called Outliers, written by Malcolm Gladwell, and he talks about how one becomes an expert when you spend 10,000 hours. Now, you apply to startups, 10,000 hours, if 2-3 people work together, you can get to that within 1 or 2 years, depending on how many hours you work per year. So the chances are a few people come together and work on the original idea. Even if that idea is bad, the team can pivot and do bigger and better things. And then, of course, you need a large enough market that you're going after, and then whether you have customers. If you have all those 4 things, you can start a company. You don't need venture capital money. Many times, I'm beginning to see more in India also, right? It's not about how much money you raised or what your valuation is. Fundamental thing about any business is, are you generating revenue? Are you, generating profits? And if you do that, everything else will follow. Money will follow. All of that will follow. Of course, that doesn't mean that certain type of businesses that, do require money, but even there, venture capital will want to make sure that you've de-risked some elements of it, right? Either the technology risk, the people risk, market risk, any one of those. If you de-risk, then they tend to give you money. And so in my case, we didn't raise money, and we grew the company, and then we took all the way to exit. I've had 2 exits, and now this is the 3rd company that I'm doing. And it's amazing how you can do companies with very good partnership with educational institutions. In my case, we partnered with the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. And this particular company, wherever we opened a location, we always had a partnership with an educational institution, because a lot of original research happens. Faculties, and the graduate students, they have phenomenal amount of, academic excellence. Combine it with your business wisdom, you can go ahead and create a lot of good companies. So I would say, for each of us, in this call, if you think about being an entrepreneur, you could, partner with your educational institution and, go and create companies out there, whether it's venture funded or not. The key thing is about, coming together as a team, working on a large enough problem that has got a, huge market, and then, chip, wood one day at a time, right? And you'll be able to get there. So bootstrapping is another way of building companies, and as you bootstrap and you scale the company, there'll be a lot of people willing to come, invest in your company. Or in my case, we had a very good opportunity to exit our company, where you created wealth for yourself and also the people around you, and that became a foundation to create even larger company. In the case of L&T, the L&T Technology Services, as we see today, which is a publicly traded company in India, the foundation for that was an acquisition, that they made of our company, where we provide the electronic design, chip design, semiconductor IP. All of that is the foundation for them to create a large enough business by combining some of the L&T assets. So bootstrapping is not bad, and you can make it happen. And any day, you can write to me, reach out to me through LinkedIn, and I'm there to support. And I say LinkedIn because it's very important to network. As an alumni organization, you need to create opportunities for people to network. And networking is a fundamental tenet for TIE too, right? So networking, education, mentoring, and incubation and investing, these are the sort of 5 pillars of TIE. And you could make that some pillars for yourself and try to have events and activities around those pillars for yourself. Now, when it comes to what I have learned in my journey of being an entrepreneur, I want to make it, very simple. First thing is, you have to look yourself, and I do this every time when I start a company or when I advise an entrepreneur to start a company, is to look at your strength. Each person has a strength, and only we know it. Nobody else may know it. Other people may see it from their perspective and their lens. They may say, you're good at this, AGK, or whoever else it is, right? But you know it better in terms of what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. It's very, very important to, whatever you're good at, you do more of it, right? Whatever your strength, try to do more of it. And whatever you are not good at, or your weakness as you perceive it yourself, try to surround with people who are strong in that area. Then success will come your way. And many people, forget to do that, and they don't even analyze it. They think that they can do, everything they can on their own. No, it takes multiple people to tango. As I said, you can get to 10,000 hours on a given idea very, very soon if you have 2 or 3 people working together, and assuming that you can spend 2,500 to 3,000 hours a year. So that's one point I want to talk about. And the other one I want to talk about, it is, it's an old adage, right? It's not, people always say, it is not what you know. Many times as students, our CTO, who's a professor from Urbana-Champaign, he always used to say that when you're an undergraduate student, you think you know everything. When you're a master's student, you think you don't know something. When you go PhD, you know very little. And then when you become a professor, they say you don't know anything, right? That's sort of the approach that he says. And it's not what you know. As what I wanted to say is, it's not what you know. It's really who you know. So how do you, develop or go about increasing your network, right? It's very, very important to invest in a relationship, right? Any opportunity that you get, you should develop a relationship. It's not every time when you meet a person, try to get to know the person personally. So that, and then maintain the relationship, right? If you try to do both, in earnest, every time when you meet a person, get to know the person, and then try to, what I call give into the relationship, and then you would be able to develop that, and then who you know increases over time. You develop a large network, and that will come in handy for yourself, not only for yourself, the people around you. The third thing I wanted to say is about giving and taking. So in any circumstance, right? And as you see, this institution was started by your founder because he wanted to give back to the country, do nation building, and all of us do at our stages in life. But some people wait for a very long time. But it doesn't matter. You can start giving very, very early on, and Alumni Association is a very classic example. Even while you're students, many other student leaders give into the organization by organizing events and things like that. But once you're out of the institution to give back, you can walk into a circumstances and see how you can help. The moment you put on and think how you can help, your natural instinct of giving comes, right? So the more you start doing that, then that becomes part of your DNA, and naturally good things start to happen. So how can you give, right? And I said earlier, you can give by giving time, you can give money, or you can give time and money. So if you do any one of those three things, not giving anything at all is a bad idea, because then you get you will not be able to grow in your career. But similarly, it's equally important to take, because there's Adam Grant who had written a nice book called Give and Take, and many people have trouble asking for help, and that's also very, very bad, right? There's this, I think it's in the Bible also, it said, right? Thou shalt ask, thou shalt get. So if you don't ask, you will not get. So don't be shy. And similarly, when you get, receive it, graciously. Because when somebody called me to address this institution, and I took a call with the Vice Chancellor, and I really wanted to know, why me? And then they talked about the relationship between Amity Institution and TIE. The only way I could connect with Amity was when I used to go to visit my family members in Noida, and I've seen the institution on the side, and I always used to think, oh, that's a great institution, and I've seen advertisements, and when I'm flying in India, when I visit, but it's great to address your organization. But I took the opportunity to learn about your organization a little bit, and I thought how I could help. And in my case, I think we would love to engage with the institution from TIE Silicon Valley standpoint, especially given the fact that you have a business school in San Francisco. If there is an event that could be jointly done between Silicon Valley and them, I would do it. And immediately I could think of connecting the engineering organization with institutions that I know, and also a wonderful organization called Indo-Universal Collaboration for Engineering Education, IUCEE. So that organizations like that we can go. So what I'm saying is, I took the opportunity that was presented to me to be here. So that, in a way, one can say that it's taking, but I'm also giving, right? So give and take is very, very synonymous. And as a person, if you focus on these three things, right? Look at your strengths and weakness, develop relationship network, right? Think of the fact that it's not what you know, and it's all about who you know, and always give and take. And with that, I really sincerely appreciate the opportunity to address all of you. And I look forward to working me individually as a person, but also TIE as an institution with Amity in an ongoing basis, because TIE is here to stay. It's been around for 30 years. Over the next 50 years or so, we'll grow together with your institution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Honorable Kadiparaji, he is founder president. One word I could not hear properly. What is the bootstrapping? I asked Amol, he told also I could not. Can you tell what is this word? Because each word of yours is a word of success. What is that? Is it the right?
So bootstrapping is a concept, or is a term that's very commonly used among entrepreneurs, right, where you try to build a company without raising venture capital money.
Okay.
So basically, your only thing you have is your boots. So you just have to work with your own feet and legs and your whatever little money you have, right? So basically, many entrepreneurs that I know wait to raise money, and they waste sometimes 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, thinking that money will come and only then they can start a business. But you don't need. I mean, if you really take a look at any graduating student, there's about 1 to 4% of the graduating class will become an entrepreneur, and not all of them go out and raise venture capital money. It's easy to build a company, by bootstrapping, and that's what the term is all about. It's a very commonly used term. And especially in the Silicon Valley, you will find, entrepreneurs of all kind. I am one of the bootstrapped entrepreneurs.
I would request you once to have a special lecture from alumni. I want each alumni who wants to be a millionaire or billionaire in dollar or euro or pound. That is the bootstrapping. That is the way. I always say.
I'll even volunteer myself to, if I do come to Delhi, or I can give a special address to your business school students also, because in alumni, of course, but I can also support the students too. Yeah.
From your lecture, I learned how can I more closer to you. Now I am requesting my governing council to honor you, to bestow an honorary doctorate upon you. And then you have to come in December to the convocation, meet your family, and give a lecture in the convocation. My chancellor is listening it. Atul Chauhanji, I don't know if
yes, Honorable President.
Right, Chancellor and Vice Chancellor, please put it in the governing council, because what he told is each word is a secret of success. Each word. I have written everything, starting from awareness, engagement, fundraising, through customer winning. And I think this lecture, sir, I always say to my students, my alumni, do you want to be millionaire or billionaire? Just tell me which currency. Dollar, pound sterling, euro, just tell me. And if you don't become, fault is mine. So now I will take your help to fulfill my dream. So Dr. Shukla, next week bring this proposal. And then I have tied up with him. And I have tied up with him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's amazing. I mean, I know what your institution has done, and I mean, the more I learn about it, the more we could do, and whatever little I can support you in your larger mission, I'm there for you.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Founder President, sir. And thank you so much, Mr. Karunakaran, for making us a part of your inspirational journey, and also for motivating and encouraging words, and also sharing your personal experience with all of us. And it was really inspiring to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of this event. And we really look forward to having you in December to Amity campus. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, what this Pooja is telling it, she is just not an anchor. She is one of my best scientists, innovator, faculty. Since how many years, Pooja? 15 years, 20 years? You are not.
Yeah, so more than 13 years now. 14 years.
So she's a brilliant innovator. So Pooja, we will have a lecture on bootstrapping.
Yes.
That's what I want. Anybody, any alumni?
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, please finish your thought. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such kind words. And thank you so much, Mr. Karunakaran.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when in December you're going to be there, but I for sure will be in India. And I'm going to go watch World Cup in Qatar, and then I'm going to be in India. There's a Thai Global Summit that's happening, I guess, December 12th through 14th. But I plan to be there the rest of the month in India. So.
Dr. Shukla, what are the dates, foreseen dates for convocation in December? I think it was 17, 18, something like that.
So, I will check that. December.
Very near to this 12th or something, if I remember correctly. So, right. So,
we can organize a special function for Mr. Karunakaran.
Correct.
Thank you.
Really, I want to have a contact with him. Every word is a ladder to make anybody a billionaire. Sir, I tried myself. That is why I understand your words. So I think any of my alumni wherever in the world wants to be a billionaire and earn a lot and give, because one should not spend on earn and give. What I'm doing, I'm not spending anything upon me, but I'm spending large amount on education and my people. So this is a lesson today to my alumni. Great.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to get to know all of you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And the pleasure is all ours. Thank you so much. Our next speaker is Professor Dr. Abe Bunsen, who's the Director, International Collaboration for Engineering, Technology, and also the Joint Head for Amity School of Engineering and Technology, ASET, we call it ASET. And I would request Professor Dr. Abe Bunsen to kindly give his talk on internationalization of higher education.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja. Can I request to give me share rights?
May I request the IT support to kindly provide the sharing rights to Dr. Abe Bunsen, please?
Yeah. Thank you, Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, for giving me an opportunity to give my overview on internationalization of higher education. And thank you, Dr. Karunakaran, for wonderful lecture you have given. And we have noted all recommendations you have given, and we'll follow that. This is the fact at a glance, which we have already covered. And just to tell here, Honorable Founder President, today we have 17 global campuses. Dear alumni, Honorable Founder President has given us mandate to have another 50 global campuses in next 10 years. So you'll be proud and happy to know that your university will be all over the world. Internationalization exposure through innovative models. We have
Dr. Bansal, can we have your slides on full screen, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope you can see now.
I cannot see the full screen, but if anybody else can.
No, it's not a full screen, sir.
Just 1 minute.
Sorry for.
Still, it's in the same mode.
I think it is not being. So please carry on. Please carry on.
Yeah, it's clear now. So this is University at Glance. This is the international exposure which we are giving. We have various activity which we are doing as per the vision of Honorable Founder President, that each and every student of Amity must be given international exposure, and our international affair division headed by our Group Vice Chancellor, Sir Dr. Balvinder Singh, sir. We have very unique study abroad program, 3-continent program, global study program, twinning program, certificate program, integrated program, and internship abroad. And Honorable Founder President, from this year, just to mention for all alumni, that study abroad program and various international exposure will also be extended to all our alumni. So I'm sure alumni will take advantage. We have done a lot of research that why internationalization is required. And dear alumni and students, you could see kind of salary which students are getting by international exposure. And it's really nice by seeing, Sandeep has already mentioned, more than 34,000 students are there outside India, and we are making a mandate that largest number of students should be there outside India and must get more than their dream and desire. We have very strong linkage with honorary professors from world top universities so that our students can work with them and can do world top research. We have very unique study abroad program. We have US, UK, Canada, Singapore, France, Dubai, Tashkent.
Dr. Bansal, your slides are not moving.
Okay, no problem.
They're still on the first slide.
Yeah. Hope you should see now.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
So these are the study abroad program which we have. It's a very unique program which has been given to all our students, and we are extending to alumni also, so that you can also take international exposure. And we have seen, we could see all alumni who has come from US and Canada. We could see your success story, and that is what Honorable Founder President wants. These are all special features of study abroad program. Then these are the photographs. You could see our students going on study abroad program, meeting world top researchers, scientists from world top universities. And I'm sure alumni, you will second this, that these kind of initiative culture which has been created in Amity, it's very unique, and that is because we want each student should get more than their dream and desire. These are a few photographs. Because of scarcity of time, I'm just showing you running few photographs so that students are going in study abroad program, exploring options with what top university. We have very unique 3-continent program as mentioned by our group vice chancellor sir also. It is 3 months in US and UK. Now, with blessing of Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, we are also extending 3-continent program in Canada also. And we are the only university in the world which has such a unique 3-continent program. And dear alumni, just to mention here, through 3-continent program, we have seen outcome. Students are getting admission in what top university with a scholarship, whether it is UBC, whether it is Stanford, New York University, Cornell. And we have organized many activities. They came, and these are very unique activities which we have seen. These are few photographs of our. We have very unique global study program. I'm sure many of recent alumni might be knowing. It's a program where you can get degree from US, Canada, UK, and Australia at half of the cost. And I just run a small video.
You want to study outside India, but don't want to go right now? Fulfill your dream of global studies. That too at a reduced cost with Amity. Study in India for some years, then transfer to a leading university in USA, UK, Australia, or Canada. Apply at amity.edu/global study.
So it's a very unique program we have started, and with NEP 2020, Government of India has just announced, but Amity has practiced before. These are all our partners. You name any university, we have those partners from what top universities from US, UK, Canada, and Australia. We have very strong twinning programs with top university in the world. We have got with Berkeley, we have got with UCI, we have got with Wisconsin, we have got with Babson, which is one of the most known for entrepreneurship. We have international tie-ups with what top university where you can have integrated masters with the Purdue University, University of Florida, University of Queensland, which is top 50 in the world. And because of that exposure which we have given, we are seeing students going and doing their masters with what top universities. And Honorable Founder President vision is that students should get more than their dream and desire. Thank you, Honorable Founder President. And through internationalization, we are showing to the whole world that Amityians are the best. I have just shown a few alumni, Piyush, who did the master from Purdue with a scholarship. He's working with Microsoft, recently shifted to Google, and did second master from Harvard. She's working with Amazon. As our group vice chancellor has already mentioned, our students, you go to any company in US, UK, Canada, and Australia, you will definitely find Amityians are working. And dear alumni, you are the testimony to the vision of Honorable Founder President that Amityians are the best. And let's show the whole world that Amityians are the best, which you are already showing. Together, we will change the world as per the vision of Honorable Founder President and Honorable Chancellor. We look forward, and I'm sure together we'll change the world. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Dr. Abe Bunsen, just tell your obsession to send 10,000 students 5 years, and when they go abroad, bring them in connection with my alumni.
Yes,
what they will learn from them within this 6-month program or 3 months program or 6-week program, connect with the alumni.
Yes, sir. And sir, it is the testimony to your vision, sir. Today you could see our alumni all over the world in top corporates. And sir, you have given the vision that each Amityian should get more than their dream and desire, sir. We are fulfilling that. And target which you have given for 10,000, sir, we are fulfilling that. And each student who is going outside India, it's a unique exposure and kind of growth which they are getting. It's amazing. We could see their career progression, sir. Industry has highly appreciated them, sir. So thank you, Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, for your vision, for internationalization. And there will not be any university in the world which can have so many global campuses. And dear alumni, you are invited to visit any of our campus. We'll be more than happy to work with you.
Our here take home is that these students should invariably meet my alumni.
Yes, sir.
Go to Canada or go to Singapore or go to USA, London. So arrange a meeting with alumni.
Yes, sir. We will do that, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And sir, we also did it in US, and all my 3-continent students who met with alumni, they were so happy and satisfied, so much motivated. Now everybody wants to go back and would like to follow their path. Sir.
Great.
Thank you, Dr. Bansal. Thank you, Dr. Abe Bunsen, for such a wonderful presentation. It is both our pleasure and privilege to welcome Honorable Chancellor and President RBEF, Dr. Atul Chauhan, in this important occasion of launch ceremony.
Dr. Pooja?
Sir?
I think, I can see in the program that we have a lot of alumni who will be speaking.
Yes, sir.
So I think seeing the time schedule at the moment, I would request if you can kindly do that because the alumni have been online for a long time. I would love to hear the alumni speak.
So you would like the open house session to be
yes.
set? Oh, right. Sure, sir.
You can start that, please. And
I will do that.
I'll say a few words after.
Sure, sir. And
we are here for the alumni.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So with the permission of Honorable Founder President and Honorable Chancellor, we would be having the open house for USA and Canada alumni first. And after that, we would be having the talk and by Dr. Atul Chauhan, our Honorable Chancellor. So we now have an open house session for USA and Canada alumni, and we would love to hear from each one of you. But as you know, there are almost 350 alumni who have joined us. But due to paucity of time, we would be requesting only a few of our alumni to kindly share their thoughts with us. And again, we would request all of you to please adhere to the time. And I would start with Mr. Dharesh Nair. Mr. Dharesh Nair is ABS alumnus of PGDM, class of 2005. And presently, he is head compensation total rewards at TCS North America. If I can kindly request him to share his thoughts, please. Mr. Nair.
Yeah, hi, thank you. Good evening and good morning, everyone. It's indeed a privilege and pleasure to be part of this forum, this initiative. It kind of brings in good memories of the good old times that, we had in Amity, and I'm sure all the alumni over here would also echo the same. Just sharing my thoughts and memories, Amity definitely has given the platform, especially for someone like me when I first came into Amity from a small town from the southernmost end of India, which is Kanyakumari, to coming to a college in Delhi. The kind of diversity that I had to deal with, I think that's the biggest takeaway for me in my corporate journey, because right now when you see most of the organizations are talking about diversity and inclusiveness, right? And that's something which I experienced 17 years back in campus with Amity, and that's something which I definitely imbibe with myself. It's been a pleasure, I would say, to speak in this forum with the founder president here, the chancellors, vice chancellor, the faculty and members. So all the best. I would really look forward to being part of this association going forward, definitely, and especially with the campus next door in New York. I would like to visit it probably one of these days and share my experience there as well. Wishing all the best for this forum and this alumni group. Definitely look forward for more collaboration in the future. Thank you.
Dinesh, which year you were with us? Which year you were with us, Dinesh, in the presidency?
So I was the batch of 2003, 2005.
Okay, great. I was meeting new people more often that time.
Yes, definitely.
Great. We are proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Nair, for sharing your thoughts. It was wonderful hearing from you, and thank you so much for joining in. I would now request Ms. Neha Chakutanka, who was an alumnus, ABS alumnus, Amity Business School, MBA HR, class of 2006. And presently, she is Practice Engagement Manager, Tech Mahindra North America, and also founder and CEO of Untitled Chapter, Inc. at California, USA. So we would request Ms. Neha to kindly share her thoughts.
Thank you so much for having me here. I am going to take more than 2 minutes. I'm really sorry. I'm very excited to be here. I'm going to talk about two parts. One is my journey when it started 19 years ago. I was the only one who was doing it the other way around. I was the only girl from Mumbai who went to Delhi for education, which was unheard of. And everyone who met me, I told them only one thing, that Amity is the only institute which has given me the option to choose the courses I want to specialize in, because I knew what I wanted to do in life. So I wanted to study leadership, organization development. I wanted to become a learning and development manager and grow in that field. And Amity in India was the only institute in 2004 that offered me that course. And I came to Amity expecting to learn, get knowledge, learn some skills, become employable and become independent because I was getting out of home. What I actually got more than just the knowledge and just the skills, which of course I got, was a family, was the culture, was the value which Shuklam ma'am has hammered into us from day one. She's been the mother away from home, which we had, strict most of the times and very necessarily. But I would say as an Amitian, I had a fantastic journey in India. I worked for my first company. I was the first one to get campus placement 6 months before I passed out. I joined Mahindra & Mahindra in January, even though my course was still not completed. And that was because of everything I learned on campus. After that, I worked for companies like Abbott Pyramid, BASF. I worked for SHRM, and then I came to US. And when I came to US, when for 2 years, no one gave me a job, in 2013, I bootstrapped my startup called Clara Chatter Inc. I saw an opportunity where no one was doing social media marketing and digital marketing in America and for South Asian brands. So with a team of 3 people, I started Clara Chatter. It took me 8.5 years to bring it where it is today. We have 21 clients, we have 40 employees, and we're going really strong. Right now, Clara Chatter has a monopoly in North America for South Asian brands. And we're working with brands like MTR, Vadilal, B4U Music, Arijit Singh, the biggest South Asian brands we are taking care of. And I'm not here to promote my company. I just want to say Amity gave me the knowledge, the skills, the confidence to bootstrap, to say, hey, if no one's giving me a job, I'll be an entrepreneur, I'll see an opportunity, I will succeed in life. It's not just, I did an MBA in HR, but it gave me the life tools, the life skills to survive where in America, to deal with whatever challenges life threw at me and to be where I am today. Amity gave me the sanskar that today I was able to gift my company to my father. I lost my mom 2 years ago to COVID. I moved my father here to America. And now he is the CEO of Clara Chatter Inc. and he's running my company. And I've taken up another job and moved on. And hopefully I'll start another startup in a year or 2. But all of this journey which I have had, I'm still not a billionaire, sir. With your blessings, I might reach there. But yeah, we're doing really well in Clara Chatter. I want to now understand more what's happening in the corporate world. So understand what's the new and latest when it comes to digital marketing. So I work for Tech Mahindra. Hopefully in a few years, I'll move to another venture, bootstrap another startup without getting any funding. And so you need to know that I'm not the only one. There are thousands of students who are bootstrapping, who have come from Amity. And it is not just the knowledge, skills, and employability that you give us. We learned sports. The fact that I could play sports in Amity as a Mumbai girl, where you don't have much space to actually play anything, was the fact that when I was working for Mahindra & Mahindra, I had the opportunity of actually speaking to Anand Mahindra, and he was very impressed that a girl is into soccer. I was in Mahindra United matches, every match, and Amity got me into that. So it's these small things in life that Amity changed for me personally. I am a proud Amitian. Wherever I go and every person I meet, I say Amity has a huge hand in my success and hopefully success of everyone around me. And I'm sure Jitesh is going to speak after me and he's going to echo my views. And Dharesh just spoke before me. He's my senior. I'm sorry, I'm taking too much time. I know, but I'm really excited to be here. And Shuklam ma'am, pranam. She's the mother who is not here right now, but pranam. And thank you so much for giving me everything that I have today. Thank you, Amity.
I'm getting made the booklets for my notable alumni. And Dinesh and you both will come in that booklet, and also a CD is being made. Already 100 names are selected. So small booklets of 100. So all notable alumni, we want to cover in that booklet and in that CD and want to show to my students, to my parents. So I think, Dr. Balvinder, both names in their booklet and CD, Dhanesh and Neha. Should be included.
Thank you so much.
Very
Thank
good.
you so much. Thank you.
Well, Neha, I'm very happy that you talked about the family values and sanskars and what you have done for your father. I mean, that is what really Amity stand for. We are so proud. So
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neha, for sharing your journey with us. It was really heartwarming. And we are so thankful that all of you have joined us on this platform, because it's really great to hear from each one of you. And it also fills our heart with so much pride. Thank you so much. My next guest, alumni, is Mr. Gaurav Bhutani. And Gaurav was a PGDM Marketing and Information Technology student, class of 1998 to 2000. And presently, he is the General Manager, Business Development and Digital Initiatives at Darpan Magazine at Vancouver, Canada. And I would request Gaurav to kindly share his thoughts.
Thank you, Pooja. And thank you, Honorable President, sir. It's a proud moment, really, to see you after 22 years. I'm a batch of 1998-2000. And you rightly said you used to meet all the parents who used to come and join Amity. In fact, it's a small story here. My parents, I was doing engineering in Nagpur University, and my parents came for the interview. Neither me, I never came for the interview. I might be one of the unique cases, you know. And Founder President, sir, you told my parents, and my mother still recalls that to me every time, that this student's gonna do something very good, you know. Though it goes against our policy to take the student because he's not present, but I understand he's doing his engineering final exams, and you as parents have come in, and I would like to see this. And I came for my group discussions and other tests, but this is my first moment. The second moment, sir, I met you, and you used to meet us outside CRC. We were a bunch of students, and you transformed my life totally. And I've told that in many forums on Amity. You know, Dr. Shukla has been a great personality herself. You said that, Gaurav, not to me, but to the bunch of students sitting over there, and I was one of them. You said for interviews, because that time it was a struggling time for Amity, you know, many big institutes companies used to come, but they never used to pick Amity in so much. You said you get 8 to 10 minutes in interview, and you get 8 weeks in summer training or summer internship. Why don't you make an impact there? 8 weeks are great enough to make a great impact. And trust me, sir, I am proud to say I brought J. Walter Thompson, who only used to go to FMS or bigger institutes that time. I worked so hard, and today that work is helping me. Your words are helping me, because network is the net worth. So I created such a network over there with my peer group in J. Walter Thompson during my summer training of 8 weeks. I made them sure that they can see the Amity Business School students, how much hard work they can do, how much smart work they can do, how much they can be a contributor to there. And as I was picked 6 months before the completion of my course. And I thank Dr. Shukla, who always supported me. She said, great, Gaurav, if you're getting an offer from J. Walter Thompson and they are coming on our campus and they are coming on our alumni and our CRC booklet, we are open to offer you. Then I went and joined them, and then came back and gave my final exams. So the last trimester, I was not there. But this whole thing, I would like to address to the entire alumni, entire student community, especially the younger children, you know, who are coming in. And today, the same thing is helping me, because the network I created in J. Walter Thompson, that gentleman came back 25 years in Canada, opened this magazine, and today I'm leading that magazine. So it's all, sir, I dedicate to Amity and you and Dr. Shukla personally. And the best thing was the sanskar. You know, you met my parents, and my parent became such a great backbone, and they kept telling me that your institution is so great. You must contribute, and you must make the name in the world for your institution and yourself. And I think those sanskars, along with the professionalism, is very, very important. And that's what Amity's strength is. I still blending tradition with, that's the line which you gave, that point of time, which is so relevant today, because when we see the world straying away, our younger children straying away, these sanskars of Amity which we got are keeping us so binded and keeping us so marching ahead in the corporate world, And very rightly, I'm still doing the same business. Dr. Shukla, she's there on the forum. I was the first instrumental, Dr. Shukla can advocate that. We were the three people who created the first CRC magazine. And today I'm proud to say that I am leading the Vancouver's #1 magazine, which is here for last 18 years. So these are the learning experiences which are helping us and which are making us so proud of this great institution, Amity. And as our guest of honor also spoke, awareness, engagement, and fundraising, these are very, very important aspects today. And this is a great platform. Thank you, Sandeep ji. And thank you, Dr. Atul Chauhan, for creating this forum, for creating awareness and engaging all the Amityans in this part of the North America, to come together. And certainly each one of us gonna help each other, and not only bootstrapping as an entrepreneurship, but bootstrapping as self-development is very, very important, And I would say I'm one of the examples, and Amity must have millions of examples, who have bootstrapped for themselves in their careers as well, So I'm not an entrepreneur, but I'm in my career, but I've certainly stood up without any support, but yes, making my network as my net worth. And thank you so much, sir, for giving those golden words, which actually transform my life, and I'm sure for millions, that you must show your mettle wherever you are. That's very important.
Gaurav, where are your parents now? Where are they at the moment?
They are in India, in Gurgaon.
Can you send me their address? I will send them a letter.
Thank you so much, sir. My mother still remembers you. She came for the interview.
But you send me the names and email, I will write to them.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Great.
Gaurav, you are just one of the many, many examples whose lives have been transformed because of Dr. Chauhan.
Yes.
Because of that decision that he took to take you in. But we are very proud of the success, and the passion that you found on campus. You took it forward and have made a successful career out of it. Great.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you. And we really look forward the way you have taken up the leadership and the baton from Dr. Chauhan. I'm sure the Amity has gone, and we are so proud, even in this part of the world, when we say that we are from Amity, people recognize us, and I'm grateful for you to taking all that effort, to bring us to that world platform.
You're not getting emotional. I am getting.
I remember how much Gaurav Bhutani, Gaurav Dua, and others have worked for the CRC for late in the night and all those things, and so many memories have come fresh when Neha was speaking before the Rajesh was speaking. The all old memories of CRC days, Honorable Founder President, where you have guided that how really to build the relationship with the corporate world.
And Rashula, there is a lot of learning for my students. I am getting recorded. Every word I'm getting recorded. And I would like that my present students, there is a lot of learning what Vaibhav told, Dhanesh told, what Neha told. There is a lot of learning in that. You can forget reading 10 leadership books. You just listen them. That is sufficient.
Very true, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Gaurav, for again sharing your journey with us. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you so much.
My next alumni guest is Mr. Jitesh Lingam, who is ABS Alumnus PGDM class of 2006, presently Associate General Manager, HCL America Inc., New Jersey, USA. Jitesh, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. As I was introduced, my name is Jitesh, and I'm from the PGDM 2006 batch, and I work with HCL America as an Associate General Manager. I live in New Jersey. Only a very few people know this fact that I joined HCL as part of the Amity campus recruitment, and I've been with HCL for over 16 years now. So you can see how Amity Business School has never been part of my past, but it's an immediate precedent to my present. I consider Amity to be a very crucial catalyst and a very important role player in making me what I am today. And I consider it honor to be still part by being part of this alumni group. And I also see a lot of similarities in both my life at Amity and my stint at HCL. My reasons to move to the US was both professional and personal, just like why I chose Amity. HCL has also allowed me the rare opportunity to move through multiple technologies and portfolios. And US has also allowed me to pursue some really rare hobbies that would otherwise be very difficult to pursue in India. Amity similarly too offered me a vast set of options, the same thing that Neha was talking about. So I did not choose the generally common streams of finance of marketing. Instead, I was very specific from day one that I wanted to choose IT and operations. And that decision, the choice that Amity offered me, it really helped me shape to what I am doing today at HCL. That was my building block. I found mentors both in Amity and in HCL. And that's again one of the prime reasons why I'm having such a long association with both HCL and Amity. I could talk for hours, okay? In the interest of time, I will not do that, but I can correlate every lesson that I learned, not from the textbook, but from the faculty. I can recall all my professors, my mentors, the concepts and the principles that we had, and how it has shaped me. That is a long talk for another day. I do want to take one additional minute to address that particular participant who was using the chat platform to express certain non-fitting comments. We have all had hard phase in every phase of our lives. It'll take you a while to figure out that the difficult chapters in your life was also a learning phase, either direct or indirect. With maturity, you will realize your folly. Do reach out to one of your alumni peers and talk it out. That is, after all, one of the purposes of this alumni group. And don't worry, you will still get attendance marked for attending this session. I look forward to interacting with more of my alumni peers and colleagues and hope to extend my long-term association with HCL and Amity, also with this alumni group. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jitesh. And you can see I can't stop smiling because it's really beautiful to listen to each one of you. My next alumnus guest is Dr. Niti Saxena. She was an ABS alumnus again, MBA class of 2007, is a certified human resource professional, Accurate Group of Companies, Brampton, Ontario, Canada. May I hand it over to Dr. Niti, please?
Thank you, Dr. Pooja. Honorable founder presidents, respected chancellors, respected group chancellors, honorable vice chancellor, ma'am, all the esteemed dignitaries, and all my dear fellow alumni, a very good morning and good evening to you all. It is such a moment of pleasure and pride to be a part of this association. I congratulate each and every one of the Amity family for launching the Alumni Association chapters for Canada and US. My journey with Amity started in 2005 when I joined Amity for the MBA HR specialization course. And the 2 years that I spent in Amity were really wonderful. The training, the guidance, the mentoring that we received from all the faculties was just amazing. And with all the knowledge that I gained there, I further thought of appearing for the UGC NET, and I was All India 14th in the UGC NET competition. And I was able to gain the Junior Research Fellowship. I pursued my PhD, and with all the research methodology that was taught to us in Amity, I was able to publish my paper in Scopus Index Journal. It was 2013 when the things changed, and I thought of joining Amity again, and I joined Amity as a faculty, which again was a wonderful time period that I spent in Amity training, guiding the students. And I got again the kind of exposure that always helps you building your confidence, your career. So I was there for 2 years as a faculty, and not just a faculty, there were many other things that I got the opportunity, like, for example, being the master of ceremony for the virtual convocation that happened for the Pan-African colleges, record my sessions for the online training for the corporate and for the executive MBA programs. I also became a motivational trainer for the Indian Army and for some of the Indian corporate. And all this, I would say, would not have been possible without the knowledge, without the guidance of the Amity faculties. I still remember Dr. Sanjeev Bansal sir. I am so happy to see him today again online. I so much miss your lectures, and I remember Dr. Shukla ma'am. She used to be a terror, but it's her discipline that has inculcated values in us, and it is so nice that I say that whatever I have done in my life so far, Amity has played a major role in that. 2018 is when I thought of moving to Canada, and again I feel my heart was full of gratitude towards Amity when I came here, and I realized that the MBA that we hold was at par with the Canadian universities. And I can say that because I wanted to pursue a further program here, and there is a designation in Canada which is called as a certified human resource leader. And for that, you need to have certain credit courses and credits to your account, and certain courses that you have done in your master's degree, and especially the courses like emotional intelligence and behavioral science that we had in our program helped me to clear the CHRL program here. So I did not have to attend any of the lectures, and I was selected that I can straight away go forward and give the exam. So that further helped me, and then I was able to get into the HR team of Berkshire Hathaway, PCA structure. So I worked with the Warren Buffett company, and now I'm the HR manager taking care of pan Canadian projects that they have. So it is wonderful. I would, this is a very small time, 2 minutes is really small, to thank my alma mater, Amity, for inculcating all the values and SCAR. One little thing that I would like to mention is that I can say that all the Amitians, they definitely carry the value of the logo that we have, modernity blends with tradition, and that is amazing that all of us, though being there in the corporate, being in the West, wherever in the world we are, we still carry our values and tradition. So thank you so much, founder presidents Balvinder, Shuklam ma'am, everybody, for making us who we are today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saxena. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Our next alumni guest is Mr. Shrish Mishra, AIB alumnus, MTech Biotechnology class of 2009, and presently is the Vice President, Business Development, BPS Business, Tech Mahindra Enterprise, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. May I request Shrish to kindly share his thoughts, please?
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Pooja, for having me. It's always lovely to come back to campus, and it was indeed heartening when Mr. Tiwari showcased the video of the campus. I mean, all of those anecdotes and stories, and all of those, and not all good, at times the fights that you would have had with your friends between the blocks, all of that really came to life, and it's really a blessing to be a part of this ecosystem at large. Now, founder president was talking about the power of words and how do they seed inspiration. And I would say that his words and those of our respected teachers has been ones which have fed us even when we've not been in Amity, even after our time in Amity. So I very vividly remember I was a student and I was on a duty, and there was one convocation going around. I was on a student duty, and founder president was on the stage, and he shared that when he reached Germany, he said that the first thing that he bought was an insurance for the family, and you would not believe, you would not really recollect it when you're not in that position or a situation. When I came to Canada, I mean, those were the words. Imagine, 15, 18 years back, those were the words that rung in my ears to say that, okay, maybe, that's the thing to do. So I would say that is where that sense, comes from, or rather the sense of indebtedness. You see that Amity emblem, I wear that on my head. This is the place where I work from. And the Amity logo is what I wear on my head every time I'm facing a CEO or any business meeting that I go to. So I would say there's a huge sense of indebtedness. And I would say we've been speaking about sanskar, and a righteous attribution is, I would say, a litmus test of a sanskar. If you're not attributing our success, there was a time in our lives, I can speak about myself. the time when I was in Amity, at that time, it was such a work in progress personality that I was. And the journeys of Amity, and I believe it like, I like to believe it like that Amity's journey and my own journey crossed in such a beautiful confluence, because where that majestic H block hostel sits today, there was a barren ground, there was a barrier, we used to cross that, and A and B blocks were like live blocks, C blocks foundation was dug up. That was the time when I started, it was like, while Amity was building its own self, it was also building me. So I would say there's a deep sense of gratitude, that I carry. And oh my God, if you look at that aerial view, it is so majestic, and it gives such a proud feeling to be a part of that ecosystem. And there, I mean, with the paucity of time, there are only 3 to 4 things I would just say. One is that whatever I am, not that I'm at a pedestal, there's a long way to go. The goals are very high, and we have to be, befitting the Amity reputation and not to settle for anything less than excellence. But I think whatever we are and whatever we'll be, one of the reasons is the forgiveness and the benevolence of our beloved teachers. Had they not been so forgiving and benevolent, at least my career would not have been in the shape that it is today. And the second is the bonhomie and camaraderie of our friends from college, specifically in the scarcity of resources. When you've got all, you are like, the propensity of money and resources is high, everybody could be friends, but the bonhomie in scarcity is something that makes us into what we are. And I would say the largest attribution in my case is also to the hooligan, the hooliganism, or I would say the unruliness or outlierless of the friend. Because when you go out in the world, there are multiple situations that you get faced with. Now, because you've been a party to being a hooligan, nothing disturbs you much. So as much as I would have wanted to emulate, the deep values, there's a deep sense of gratitude that I carry. I spoke about Honorable Founder President's words of getting the insurance as the first thing. And it's been close to about 14 years now, 13 years now. I've still not been able to emulate Dr. Atul Chauhan's half Windsor knot and the sharp suits that he wears. And I'm a big fan of the way he I would say conducts himself, and that's my, I would say, long-term goal as a professional. So thank you so much for having me here.
Great. Very well said. Very well said.
You were part of the Amity University right at the beginning of the new campus.
Yeah.
And you rightly said, it is the way it is transformed is phenomenal. But, for us, for everyone at Amity, we are passionate about the transformation. And when we see the growth of individuals, not only you as an example, but so many Amitians, the way they have learned experiences, grown as human beings and professionals, it's absolutely amazing. And Shrish, we are so proud to see that you keep Amity behind you. That is absolutely amazing. Great.
Thank you so much. And all of it is, I would say, indebted. And it's a deep sense of indebtedness. And, when we talk about attribution, Dr. Chauhan, those are the times when you look back, AIB being founded, Dr. Sunil sir and the late Dr. A.K. Srivastava, those names are like deep down inside. Those are the names which have made us into what we are today. And it was heartening, even at the last rites ceremony, I was fortunate enough to make myself available for Dr. late A.K. Srivastava, and I also met Dr. Shukla there. So I would say it's a very emotional. This is not just an alumni ecosystem coming together. I would say it carries the emotion of us being sculpted into who we are today. So thank you so much for organizing this.
Thank you so much, Shrish. Frankly, my heart is filled with so much emotions right now, and I cannot even contemplate what Honorable Founder Sir and Chancellor Sir and Vice Chancellor must be feeling, because I've been a part of Amity for 13 years, and they are who Amity is. So thank you so much to all of you for sharing your thoughts. I just want this day to never end. But going to the next guest, I would request Dr. Harini Swaminathan, again, who's an AIB alumnus, MTech Biotechnology class of 2013. And presently, she is the Director of Research, Tridenci, Langua Nigel, California, United States. I hope I pronounced it right. Harini, over to you, please.
Thank you so much, Professor Pooja, for first of all, keeping in touch with me and inviting me to this platform. The last time I think I was invited, I couldn't make it because of a family emergency. But this time when I got the invitation, I said, nothing doing, whatever time it is, even if I have to wake up at 3 a.m. California time, I am joining this. I have to meet my professors. I have to see Professor Pooja. I have to meet Honorable Founder Sir, Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Gurinder Sir. I've interacted with all of them personally, and I'll begin my 2.5 minute talk by first acknowledging the fact that Shirish Sir, I'm still saying sir because I'm just out of habit. He is my senior and super senior actually. And I joined Amity on August 7th, 2008. I was 17.5 years old. I finished college. I'd done really well in 12th standard. And my parents dropped me in front of E2 block because that is where the orientation was going to be held. So I was dropped off, and there was another senior of mine who was standing at the gate, Gautam sir, and I'm not sure if he's joined here, but I was weeping because I was like, oh my God, my parents are leaving. And so he told my parents, sir and ma'am, don't worry, we'll take care of her. So I said, okay, fine. And I just walked into E2, and the whole auditorium, E2 auditorium, the one in the basement, was filled with students, and Shirish sir was also there. And I still remember how there was so much energy in that room. Everybody had ideas, everybody wanted to do something, and everybody wanted to be heard, to be known in the world. And I think that is where it all began for me. It was a long journey. I'm a part of the integrated master's program, so I spent 5.5 years on the campus. And in between, in 2013, I cleared a long series of interviews and this very arduous application process for the Prudential Foundation Global Citizens Program. I'm not sure if Amity is still associated with that program, but I see Ritu ma'am is nodding her head because she knows I was one of the applicants and the scholarship holder. And I remember the final interview, there were 8 members in the panel, a couple of ex-army officers as well. I'm an army officer's daughter myself. And when I went into that interview room, I was just 20 years old at that time. And I saw this huge panel, this, semicircular desk. And I said, oh my God, what are they going to do to me? And they asked me so many questions, and they, tested my knowledge about India. They tested my knowledge about biotechnology. And they asked me that you're going to go to the US, and you're also saying that you want to appear for the GATE exam, which is in the next 3 to 4 days. Are you prepared? I said, yes, I'm prepared. I will appear for the exam, and I'm quite confident I'll secure very high marks as well. So they said, have you taken any classes or coaching for it? I said, no, it's just whatever coursework I've done in my institute, in Amity Institute of Biotechnology. And I'm very confident I'll crack it. I'll crack my biotech GATE exam, and I'll also do well at the Prudential Foundation Global Citizens Program Scholarship in Washington, DC. And everything fell in place for me. I did well at the exam. I got an all India rank of, I think, 58 in biotechnology. And then with just whatever was taught to us during college. And with that, I went to the US. I spent a semester there. I was the commencement speaker. So I was basically pitted against students in law, business, so more traditional finance, accounting. So, this program would pick students mostly from such backgrounds. And I was the only one who came from a STEM field, from biotechnology. Wow. And I said, doesn't matter. I am going to represent my institute, my university, and I will be the commencement speaker. So I addressed a gathering of 300 to 350 students from all over the world, not just India, not just Asia, from all over the world. And I was so proud that Amity's name was on the presentation slide behind me, and I was representing this huge fraternity. And I think it was that one opportunity that this institute gave me, which opened my eyes to the world. I got international exposure at a very young age, and then there was nothing to stop me. I never looked back. I did my doctorate at IIT Bombay and at Monash University in Australia. And I think I'm one of those students who gave her 10th and 11th semester exams together. I used to write 10th semester in the morning and 11th semester in the evening. That's because I was away for that whole semester. So when I came back, I still remember my faculty members telling me that, you have to double up. There is no other choice. And I was outside Dr. Shukla's office requesting, ma'am, please, kuch kar do, thoda sa time de do. No, nothing doing. You will double up and you will do it. So I did that, and I graduated with a gold medal with the Baljeet Shastri Award for Excellence. And then, but till date, my parents, especially my father, my mother, both of them, they're most proud about the human value certificate that I got. I mean, they're very proud about the gold medal and the Baljeet Shastri Award for Excellence as well, undoubtedly. But even today, he says that, no, the human value certificate that you got is the most important one. That is what will take you places. That is what will, ensure that you stand out wherever you go. I've worked for the World Bank in the past. I've worked for a San Francisco-based tech company. And right now I'm with a startup which is based in DC. I live in California, and I am now understanding how much of those 5.5 years that I spent on campus have changed me, how they taught me so many important and invaluable lessons. My senior is here, Shirish sir. He knows what kind of a mini hooligan even I was. I never backed down when it came to organizing events, when it came to ensuring that my institute gets its own tech fest, gets its own, multicultural fest, and spent hours outside Dr. Srivastava's office as well. And I was one of those students who I knew if I walked into my institute, I will walk out with, and I will make sure that people remember me for all the good reasons. And I'm sure the good reasons are still there. So thank you very much to everyone. I'm so happy to see Founder Sir here, Honorable Founder Sir, and Dr. Chauhan, Dr. Shukla, everyone, my professor, Professor V. Pooja. I haven't really taken any classes with her as such, but our interaction was on a different level altogether, and it continues to be that way. And I'm so happy that my father and my mother enrolled me in this institute, in this university. I was away at a summer camp, at a military summer camp. And when I came back home, my father was like, you're joining Amity University. And I said, huh? I don't know. He said, no, you're joining. That's it. I said, okay, I'll join, because I had an interest in biotechnology. So he enrolled me, and that was it. I think it was one of the best decisions to study in the greater NCR area, to have made some great friendships. And even today, some of the best days of my life are sitting in H block. And I think I was one of the students who studied in A block, B block, I block, and J block. So I studied in all those 4 buildings, and one of those transitional students. And even today, I'm so happy that I'm a part of this fraternity. And wherever I go, I'm sure I will ensure that Amity's flag continues to fly really high. Thank you so much.
Honey, are you already married or still you are looking for?
No, sir, I'm married. I have a 1.5-year-old son.
Why I was saying was you deserve the best boy of the world. You are so good.
I am married to one of the best boys. I know that.
Because you have such a career, Pooja. Because
Yes.
I heard Baljeet Shastri Award. This is not less than a Nobel Prize, and that is why what is the name of your child? 1.5 year.
So his name is Abhiram.
Abhiram.
Abhiram. ABHIRAM.
When you come to the campus, bring to my office.
I will do that, sir. Whenever I'm in Delhi next time. I have not visited campus for such a long time now. I really do want to now. So I will certainly bring him along.
Where are your parents? The defense officers? Your people are... Yeah.
So my father and my mother, both of them, they live right now in Chennai and Coimbatore, sort of shunt between both these cities. Okay. My elder brother is also an army officer. So I come from a family of...
Tell them that we are proud of them. Please tell that I told them we are proud of them.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
His decision to put you at Amity.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think you were also a 10-pointer, right?
Oh, yeah. 2 times. My friends don't like me for that. But
She was a
Yeah.
10-pointer student, I think the first 10-pointer from biotechnology. Proud of you, Harini. Thank you so
Thank
much
you so
for
much,
sharing
ma'am.
your
Thank you.
thoughts.
Thank you.
My next guest is Shubham Makharia, who is the alumnus of BTech CSE, batch of 2010-2015, and is currently working as Engineering Systems Administrator at Apple USA. And it is my privilege to invite Shubham to share his thoughts.
Hello everybody. This is Shubham. So honestly, I'm a little bit overwhelmed after all the existing alumni covered up all the points so successfully, but I'm still gonna give it a shot. So yeah, good evening to everybody, all the fellow alumni, faculty and staff from Amity. My name is Shubham Makharia. I'm currently residing in Mountain View in Bay Area. I started my professional journey starting at Amity Incubator itself in E2 second floor, working with the team at Amity Incubator. Followed up, I spent my first job in retail industry in Columbus, Ohio. And then I followed up, with my dream company right now in the core tech sector at Apple in Cupertino. So it's been quite an interesting journey for me from an array of different backgrounds, from a relatively small startup at Amity Incubator to a retail sector company, and now to a global company which is globally ranked #1 by the employee satisfaction and the innovation that they're making. So to cover it up, my key takeaways are, and I want to echo this message to all the existing students and the one who are running in the professional life with me, is that we should always look and harness for value wherever it is available. We can always fuss about things around us. There's always a negative conclusion to be drawn out, but then there is always a positive value to be drawn out also. I now, oftentimes I'm a 2015 graduate. So it's been quite a while, but I get to, I'm still in touch with a couple of fellow batchmates or seniors. And we have this conversation about our experience at Amity, because now I'm continuously flashing back to my time at Amity. And, there were moments of joy. There were moments of remorse also, of complaints also. As a fresh graduate or as a fresh student at Amity itself, initially, there was massive culture shock for me, which was the huge diversity of students that Amity caters to. As one of the other alumni covered it up, on your first orientation day, you are in the E2 auditorium, and there's so much energy in that room. And that can, it's still bringing me goosebumps right now. But the long story short is, keep charging ahead, pick up the opportunities that might present to you. And at Amity, there's several of opportunities which are presented. For me, it was working with all the professors, all the classmates. I am a perfect 6-pointer, as you may call it. I had concerns with people who were 10-pointers. I had concerns with people who were 4-pointers, but I was lingering right in the middle. I've never been academically strongly aligned, but I've been just smart, street smart, and at the same time, Amity was a perfect place for me. I am glad I never made it to the IITs. When I first joined at Amity, I was like, my God, I wish I studied harder in 11th and 12th grade. But now at my current stage in my life, I'm so glad I never made it to IITs, because I would have never made it out of there. But Amity picked up certain personality traits within me and kept harnessing on that. Like, I used to start a semester and all the teachers would have complained with me because I'm quite a speaker. I like to talk, and I'm generally loud also. But by the 3rd or 4th month into the semester, all the teachers would have a certain inclination to me. Okay, this guy has these kind of personality traits, which we can call out on and we can help him. And they reinforced it with, by networking me with other junior students and as well as seniors, which gave me a sense of pride also. Additionally, I would like to add, as an engineering student working under Professor Abe Bunsen's department, I always wanted to come out to, push my boundaries. I was already working at Amity Incubator. I wanted to push my boundaries by pursuing my childhood dream. When I was in 5th grade, I always had a dream that I want to work in Bay Area. This dream was fueled by my father's vision that Shubham, software engineering is a very up and coming field. You should look into it. And I had no idea. There was single blue dart, a bullseye for me. I started charging ahead. I wanted to be in the Silicon Valley. It took a little bit of time. but I can definitely attribute a lot of my success to Amity. Things like my fellow classmates, it could be my professors who I bonded with, and professors I did not bonded with, because there was always something to be learned. And lastly, during 8th semester, I was already preparing for my, preparation to get enrolled in international universities. And for fellow students or fellow alumni who have done that, it can be quite challenging. But I was in touch with Professor Abe Bunsen. There were conversations that, Professor, this is my vision, this is where I'm charging ahead. I used to work together with him on a couple of other projects, and he shared this opportunity with me of an exchange program at Purdue in Indiana. So I did my 8th semester exchange program at Purdue, which led me to enroll full-time at Purdue itself. And when I was first presented this opportunity, I had no understanding of the value that Purdue as an institution brings. And as soon as I was at Purdue, I was made realize on a daily basis by fellow students at Purdue or people who already graduated out that you are at a great institution. And in those certain moments, I would realize the things that I was taking for granted. Again, the thing was to, extract out value of every single thing. Amity presents all of that. The biggest thing that Amity presents is its diversity. There are students running from all races of life, students from the lowest of the background to the most poor families also. I now talk to my fellow alumni, and we're thankful for, just having such a wide set of exposure, which no other university I can bet on it. No other university in Delhi or Pan India can offer it, which is again the diversity and all the opportunities presented. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful to Professor Abe Bunsen. I'm thankful to my fellow mentors, Siddhant Satija at Amity Incubator. I'm thankful to my, I'm thankful to Professor Balvinder Shukla and Professor Chauhan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Congratulations, Shubham. Honorable Founder President, he was 6-pointer. You could see in Apple. And sir, we have sent so many students. They are in Google, and they are all 6-pointer, and they are testimony to your vision, sir. They are in the best organization in the world, and that is because of your internationalization, Honorable Chancellor vision. Sir, we have sent them, and they are role model now. And recently, his friend Piyush also, he is senior to him. He is in Google. Yes. And recently, Rishabh has gone, sir. He has gone to Carnegie Mellon, and they are all networked, connected, and mentoring, guiding all our students, sir.
Very good. Very good.
I must highlight Professor Abe and Founder President Mr. Chauhan, that, Amity instilled a value of networking in me, because there were so many people. If you're not keeping up with them, you're falling behind. Out of sight, out of mind. And Piyush was my senior. I did not ever connect with Piyush while I was at Amity, but when I came to Purdue, there was a reason to connect with Piyush. And Piyush is one of my very good friends at this point. Being in US, there have been several moments. There were moments of high, there were moments of low, but all of these moments were just instilled by me personally. There was nobody else to help me. My parents were in India. They can provide moral support, but at the same time, they do not really understand what I'm going through. In these moments, friends like Piyush, Rishabh came along and, you are going through this, I'm going through this, let's keep strong, let's keep pushing forward. I was working for a relatively small scale retail company in Columbus. It was a great company, but it was not the company it was not my end goal. Piyush was already working for Microsoft. So I kept in touch with him. He was doing well. He kept pulling me up. Okay, Shubham, this is how you can do it. This is what you can do better. This is what you have. So the point being, I am really appreciative of the fact that you guys are putting in so much effort to take this charge on Alumni Network, personally the leadership, because I think this is going to make a massive difference. I've seen what Alumni Networks can make a difference at Purdue. I wanted to go to this university called University of Southern California. I never ended up there. I now think Amity has collaboration with universities like these. These universities are notoriously famous just for their alumni network. People don't go there for academics. People go there for alumni network because the networks that I'm going to harness out of it. And Amity has such a wide array of alumni. So I'm looking forward to connect with you all. Thank you again.
Thank you,
Honorable
Shubham.
Founder President, Honorable Chancellor Piyush, he's mentioning, sir, he joined Microsoft, and through Microsoft, he was funded for Harvard Master. So he did second master and now hired by Google, sir. So he's on top, and he's saying IITians are working under him. So he said, this is what I was dreaming, and he could see that.
because he was a smart boy. That is why I say 6-pointer doesn't mean much if you are having these virtues. This is what brought him to success.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much, Shubham, for sharing your, inspiring journey with us. Thank you so much. And my last alumni
I have a
guest.
quick moment. I wanted to share a little bit of nostalgia. I completely forgot about it. I have pictures, but I carry something from Amity with me. Not a lot of things I can carry. I do not have my ID card as a student from Amity because, as a part of protocol, you are supposed to surrender it. But since I was a part of Amity Incubator, I still carry this ID with me. Let me just remove my background.
Great.
Just a second.
Very good,
Keep it like that. Very valuable card.
Well, it's amazing, Shubham, that after all these years, you still have it. That is
Yeah,
great.
definitely. It goes with me. I am going to share this with my family, with my children to come. This is where your father comes from. I come from a relatively middle class family, but I still come from the root bottoms, and I'm still pushing forward. I'm still only 29. There's still a lot of success to be achieved. So, and these IDs are going to supplement it. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. And I would now request Ms. Tanya Chadda, who is an alumnus of ASCO Lucknow from BJ and MC, class of 2016. And today she is working as a marketing specialist, Spotlight Reporting, Toronto, Canada. Tanya, you with us?
Yep. Hi. Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja. Thank you so much, everyone, leadership, chancellors, all the professors, alumni who had a chance to come up and speak about their experience. To be honest, I'm still my journey has not started that long back. I'm still learning. I'm still gaining my experience, talking to everyone, meeting everyone. So my experience has been very different coming from Lucknow, coming from Amity, and having what Amity has given me. I remember 8 years back when I walked into the campus, I was an underconfident person. I wouldn't even be able to talk to anyone, and interact and talk about my experience, forget about speaking in public or having a speech. That was completely different. I could not even imagine that. But now I've gained so much from Amity, especially the small skills that we have learned in my bachelor's. Little skills had helped me get my first job when I moved to Canada 6 years ago. I was working with a prestigious college here, Seneca College. I was able to work in their administration. Those skills, whatever I learned from different marketing or different advertising skills that I'd learned. And I'm definitely going to back on what Mr. Shubham said. I was an average student too. I'm not a 9-pointer. I'm not a 10-pointer. I was always struggling with my school grades, and I was trying to learn more interpersonal skills and focus more on developing the skills that the program is teaching us, rather than making sure that I have the top score, because I never had. I sometimes also feel I was unlucky there, but yeah, that's not something that I'd always focused on. And also once I've moved here, I've never thought of focusing on those points and on making sure that I have the highest GPA in my class. What I focused on was helping my coworkers, helping my classmates, the skills that I had, helping them learn those skills, kind of help them in their assignments, and see and make sure that they are performing and they're having those skills. I remember I used to work and learn different softwares that are very essential, especially when it comes to marketing. You have to be on top of everything. So what I used to do was I used to do different courses and kind of learn some of those skills and help my classmates develop those skills. That's what my focus was. And that's what the Sanskar is all about, that Amity has taught us. And that doesn't stop here. Even as my Sanskar, I always have made sure that there are so many students, so many alumni who wants to come here and settle down in Canada. So my job has been there to still help them, in that journey. It's not an easy journey to move to another country, especially when it comes to your mental health. There's so many challenges every day that you have to face because the process is completely different here. So helping them in those areas, especially Amityans, it's been my pleasure to be a part of that. And I would like to have a special thank to my director, Dr. Sanjay Johari. He has been a very great person in my journey and has always helped me, polish my skills and have been able to reach where I am right now. And I have a long journey to go, so I'm not going to stop here. There's a long journey that I have to go to. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And it's been a pleasure. And if I'm able to motivate anyone who's not a good pointer, please.
Tanya, what is the name of your company from which you are facilitating the people coming from India? Is it a company or you do it?
No, I do it at my personal level. They would reach out to me and I would just help them. It just, I mean, everybody is trying to help, and I'm like a very helpful person, so it just adds on to it. So not an organization. Yeah.
Sanjay Johari is in a company or?
No, he's the director. He's the director of Amity School of Communications, Lucknow. So
yes, he was at
Colonel Johari, our HOR of ASCO Lucknow Founders.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay.
But Tanya, no one would believe if you would say that you were not confident in speaking. Huge transformation. Yes, great.
Thank you so much. It's all I've learned over the years now. So I'm just have developed my skills. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanya, again. And with this, we come to the end of the open session. And I would request everybody to please put their hands together to all our alumni who were part of the panel, who were part as attendees, and those who could not join for any reason, for being a part of all of us and for ensuring that Amity's name is high and flying. Thank you so much. With this, we come to the next part of, we come to the next part of our session, which is the inauguration of the curtain raiser of AAA Canada chapter and special address by our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan. And I would like to introduce him to all of you, though I'm sure Sir doesn't need any introduction.
No, Dr. Pooja, I think let us just, because we, the session with the alumni was so emotional and so nice that we are now a bit over time. So I will also just speak 1 minute or so.
Sure, sir.
Just take care of the time of all the alumni who have joined since early morning in New York and Canada. First of all, let me congratulate Dr. Shukla, Dr. Gurinder Singh, Dr. Anupam, and everyone involved in the launch of the chapters officially in the US and Canada. I'm extremely happy that the alumnus of our superstar alumnus, I should say, Sandeep Tiwari of the first batch was spearheading this project. And at Amity, we have always seen that when students and now alumnus take the lead, everything is amazing and much better. And Sandeep, we are so proud that you have been able to collect so many hundreds, over 500 students who have already registered for the association formally, but I'm sure over time we will get all the tens of thousands to be registered. And as you rightly said, why have we done this formal incorporation now? We were wanting to wait for the right time when the critical mass is there of the alumni. But that said, we are always so proud that all of you who are online, and also thousands and thousands of alumni over the years, have been supporting Amity and this feeling of family. And I think when we heard the alumni today speaking and Dr. Shukla at Noida campus and our other universities over the last many years have been organizing many alumni events at the institution level, at the university level. And one recurring theme that we have always heard from Amitians is the huge transformation that they had while they were with us, the transformation that their family members saw in them, but this great sense of family that was built and that has continued. And we are so proud that so many of you, not only now, but over the last many decades have come back to your universities, to your institutions, have given back. And as was told, giving back was a recurring theme today. So many of you have come and mentored your juniors or students who've been studying. So many of you have come back and recruited students. So many of you have given your time, which is absolutely priceless. And that really makes us proud. And this is all the vision and the dream. And it was so nice to hear so many alumni, recount their interactions that they had with our honorable founder president, because he's always been very, very hands-on. And of course, now it is very difficult, but especially in the initial days, Dr. Chauhan used to spend so much time with the students, with the faculty members, with the leadership. And that was really what laid the foundation stone for what Amity has become today. And I, always emotionally remember, talking about Sandeep, who started off the session today. As was told, he was the alumnus to get the first job, to get the first paycheck. And it was an emotional time when he came to the office and he said, I would like to meet Dr. Chauhan. And he came and touched Dr. Chauhan's feet. And he said, today I have received my paycheck, the first paycheck in my life. And for whatever you have given to me, I would like to hand over my paycheck to your hands as a fatherly figure. And Dr. Chauhan gave him the blessings. And of course, we have a very nice photograph in our historical archives. But Dr. Chauhan gave the check back to him to give back to his parents. But that was the sense of giving to the students that Dr. Chauhan always had. His dream was, as all of us know, his journey of coming back from Germany to give and develop something not only in our country but across the world, to imbibe in young people a focus on their strengths, to transform their capabilities, to give them a confidence that they can achieve whatever they dream. But what is underlying, even today at Singapore, some of the students were talking about values. And, and when we speak to alumni from the United Kingdom, from the US, from the United Arab Emirates, what is always amazing is because normally values are imbibed in our Indian culture. But what Amity has brought all over the world, the mission of Dr. Chauhan is that all over the world, we have like-minded individuals who believe that if you have the right values in life, if you are willing to give to other human beings, that is what makes you a better person. And this was the vision and dream of Dr. Chauhan. And today, why has he spent so much time right from the very beginning, so many hours? Because all of the alumni who have spoken today and the hundreds of alumni who are online, you are the culmination of the dream that Dr. Chauhan has planted. And it's a true revolution that we as an Amity family can do. I will not go into all that has been achieved, but we will share the presentations. This network that will be created and has been created, we always want the very best for you. I am sure, as many of you have said, a network in life, whether it is in your profession or whether it is in your personal life, is so important. And one thing I have always seen is that Amityans always help each other, and anywhere in the world that we go, we see Amity youngsters, and the amount of support that you give each other is phenomenal, and it makes us so proud. So with that, I will just stop here and congratulate everyone. Thank you for the time. I mean, we know that all of you are busy professionals. Today is a weekend that you have given the time. What we are laying today formally as alumni networks, we will now continue all over the world. There will be chapters in every country. There will be chapters in cities, in countries, and we will develop a very robust online process for all of you to network with each other across the world. And one commitment and also another recurring theme, which I've heard from so many alumni, is that whenever they used to hear Dr. Chauhan in his lectures, he used to say that I will make Amity one of the biggest institutions of our country and the world. We will have the best quality of education. And many of them used to say that we were very young. We never understood. And at that point, we could not believe what Dr. Chauhan is saying. We are here in a small building. We are 500 students. How is Dr. Chauhan saying that I will create hundreds of thousands of students all over the world? But now when we see the conviction that Dr. Chauhan has, and we see what Dr. Chauhan has built, we can understand what part of a family we are. And this commitment, every year when students join us, a commitment we give to every one of them, to every parent, that at the leadership of Amity, we will do our very best every day of our lives to improve the quality of Amity, to improve the reputation of Amity. As so many of you have said, Amity will be with you for life. When you tell your children, your grandchildren, we want you to tell with extreme pride that you are graduates of Amity, the same way we feel pride that you are part of our family. So with that, I thank each one of you and Dr. Chauhan, our extreme gratitude on behalf of all the alumni who are online today, of all the leadership of Amity, all the faculty members, for giving us this collective platform and mission, which is Amity, which binds all of us together for life. So thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. A huge round of applause to our Honorable Chancellor, sir, for such beautiful words. Thank you so much. I would now request, sir, with your permission, to launch the AAA Canada chapter.
Yes. With great happiness, we launch a chapter in Canada.
Great.
Can we have the video, please?
Great moment.
Once again, delighted to announce the inauguration of Amity Alumni Association, Canada chapter.
Great, great, great.
Dr. Lakshmi, over to you, please. Dr. Lakshmi.
Yes, sorry. Thank you, Chancellor, sir, for your inspirational words. We always look forward to be a part of your insightful talks and guidance. Thank you, sir. We are blessed to have founder, sir, with us. Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, founder, president of RBF, is a larger-than-life icon who leaves a significance of excellence on every endeavor of his. Dr. Chauhan's vision and mission has brought Amity to its present glory. Amity today is home to over 2 lakhs brilliant students across pre-nursery to PhD levels, pursuing more than 400 programs in 60 diverse disciplines. Today, the group comprises of 10 universities, 28 schools, and 16 international campuses across London, Dubai, Singapore, New York, San Francisco, Abu Dhabi, Mauritius, Sharjah, South Africa, Amsterdam, Tashkent, and Nairobi, besides India. He is an eminent educationist, a great philanthropist, and a highly distinguished global entrepreneur. A famous writer, Khalil Gibran, once said, "Significance of the man is not only what he attains, but what he longs to attain." Dr. Chauhan has a miraculous similarity of vision, which is coupled with focused determination, growing enthusiasm, and unremitting efforts. We are greatly honored to have you, sir, and everyone in the audience is waiting to hear you. Sir, we request you to kindly give us your blessings and show the way forward. Welcome, sir.
I would say I attend many events, many lectures, many seminars, but this is the most enjoyable, giving me a lot of satisfaction, pleasure, and also a lot of worry. Why worry? One of my scientists always says to me, मुझे कि चौहान साहब कहेंगे अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है. ये जो एल्यूमिनाई नेटवर्क बनाया है, I think this is a huge opportunity for alumni, for Amity. Because if together with this network, we do not bring the changes in their life, we do not help in fulfilling their aspirations and achieving what they want, then it is my failure. That is why that scientists used to say, abhi to party shuru hui hai. Now I'll talk to Dr. Shuklam, Sandeep Tiwari, Narula, Dr. Gurinder Singh, Abe Bansal, everybody. Tell me how we can make this network beneficial, useful, a pillar. Somebody told the atomic bomb. Atulji told, I think a pillar for hypersonic missile. Hypersonic missile, because all my, what I've heard, these alumni have so much virtues and qualities. Now they should dream high and they should say, this is what we want to do for our family, for our village, for our city, for our country, and they are capable of doing it. Just they should aspire, because what I've heard from 9 alumni, it's something amazing what they have learned, what they are doing. So I would say not more, Dr. Shukla. Now the next exercise is how this alumni network can be beneficial, useful, contribute to the change of life for my alumni, and also for the betterment of Amity. That is my worry now. So I would say, my alumni, I'm very proud to meet you all. And after Atulji has spoken, just one example, when I was on the spree of buying the factories and big production houses in East Germany, the last step was that the owner who is willing to buy has to give a lecture in front of all directors, their owners, and their workers. So once I was called, there were 4,000 students standing in a big lawn. And they told Dr. Chauhan, they want to hear you, because if you get to buy this, then they will be your employee. And Atulji was studying in UCL LSCs from London. He came with me to Germany. I told my son will speak first. And when he spoke, they clapped, sir, now you need not to speak. If your son is so, then they clapped, now we belong to you. And the government officers sitting over there, they congratulated me, sir, now this whole big production house is belonging to you. So I would say my blessings to all. Aspire big. I will also present one of the students who studied 14 years in Amity International School, Saket. And then in 2009, he told Papa, I want to do engineering from America. I told Amol, what is the problem? He applied and was selected in 10 universities in MIT, Harvard, Yale, Cambridge, Wharton, and so on. And then he joined Wharton. Amolji, can you please come for 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, so that they know that what is the Amity, what they are telling. Amolji.
Yeah, thank you so much, Founder President, for allowing me to say a few words in this very, very special gathering and amongst a very special set of people. I share, a lot of common things with all our worthy and esteemed alumni that have joined. As you said, I have been an alumni of Amity, studying in Amity School, Saket, for 14 years. And I have also spent many years in the US. So I feel very much at home with all our alumni here, and would like to echo all the sentiments they have said, that the emotions, the way other alumni help. I have always, when I have been outside of India, in India, felt the same feelings and the same behavior that everyone has mentioned. And I think that is a testimony to Amity, not just at the university level, but all around, that the values, the sanskars, the belief is the same. And it has been such a pleasure to hear stories from our great alumni and the hundreds of others that have joined. And I'm sure we will at some time get together and hear from them as well. It has been a true pleasure, true honor. Thank you so much.
Great. Is Ajit online? Because he wants to rush to a meeting. I don't know. Is Ajit Chauhan was still there? He told he has another meeting. He is the head of the online, and I have the mission to become the biggest in online in the whole world. And where the chairman is his brother Ajit Chauhan. I think he must have rushed to the meeting. I would say, Sandeep Tiwari, you are a miracle man, wonder man. I tell you, I'm so, I remember you when you were doing MBA in the first batch. I could know that this boy will make great career, and you have fully fulfilled my expectations. So what all initiative what you've taken, Dr. Shukla, together with your Sandeep Tiwari and your organizing committee, and Ritu and Narula ji, I think we have started a movement which will not change only the country. This will change the world with my such alumni, 2.5 lakh alumni all over the world. I say it's more than that because in Africa they have not counted. So I would say, Gurinder, you have started in Canada and in New York to make a university there. And with this group, all those who are listening here, I cannot name because of first time. I think we should commit ourselves to change the world. As Atulji says, together we'll change the world. Well, Alumni, I'm so proud of you. I will have the need and urge and desire to meet you sometime again. It was so enriching, so valuable. So, Pooja, thank you very much. You're such a great scientist. You told something about, I'm laughing. You are always with a very positive face. That is very good. And you are a great scientist. Thank you very much to everybody. I cannot name, I think Rear Admiral Alok Bhatnagar is there. Asim ji, or your convocation. You people are working day and night. Dr. Shukla is working 18 hours. I have made a collapse room in his office. So when she collapses, goes for 1 hour. And I think Atulji, Asim ji and all, your leadership is amazing. And Dr. Shukla, you are now going, I think, September to Canada. And you will meet all these alumni. Sandeep will arrange those who are in Canada. So my blessings to all. Dream high, and you will achieve everything what you want. Tell your parents, grandparents, family member to today that founder president has told that he's proud of you to have born such children, such daughters, such boy. My blessings to all.
Huge round of applause to Honorable Founder, sir. It is because of sir's blessings that all of us are doing so well. Amity is doing so well. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence. It's always an honor to listen to you.
Can we clap? Have we give a clap to Dr. Shukla and Sandeep Tiwari, both of them?
Yes, sir.
Tiwari and Dr. Shukla. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ma'am, few words from you.
Honorable Founder President, it was your vision that we connect with all the alumni from across the globe. And this is in that series we have started these chapters under the dynamic leadership of our Chancellor, Dr. Abe Bunsen. And today seeing all the alumni, their success stories, your dream coming true, that every Amity will be a success story. And I think that this is the power to be reckoned, what our Honorable Chancellor has dreamt, that we will together change the world. And I think with the power of alumni and under your vision and under the dynamic leadership of our chancellors, we will truly change the world and make this world a better place to live. So thank you so very much, Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, and my best wishes to all the alumni who have gathered here for the launch of US and Canada chapters of Alumni Association. Thank you so very much.
Well done, Dr. Shukla. Well
so
done.
Much, ma'am. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at the end of this very, very beautiful day, extremely emotional and very heartwarming. And to culminate, I would request Professor Dr. Anupam Narula, Director Alumni Relations, Deputy Director Alumni Relations, and Professor Marketing, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Dr. Narula, please also appreciate my IAD team and also IIC team. They all are sitting over here because they will revolutionize the international affairs and this belongs to that. The alumni club or setup of Canada and USA belongs to that. They're all from IID and IIC sitting over here on invitation of Dr. Clark. And also, Rear Admiral, I appreciate you. You are a great person having a great command in USA and Canada.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. On this auspicious historical day for Amity, the day of Amity Alumni International Chapters USA and Canada launch event, it is a true honor to be a part of this virtual event. We would like to extend a gratitude from the bottom of our heart to our Honorable Founder President, Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, for being the guiding lamp and driving us towards the Amity Education Group's vision and mission. He is the epitome of love and affection for all Amity family. Very special gratitude and thanks to our Honorable Dynamic Chancellors, Dr. Atul Chauhanji, Dr. Asim Chauhanji, Mr. Abe Chauhan, Mr. Amol Chauhanji, for being the driving force to create a robust network of 2 lakh plus alumni working as great leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, engineers, technologists, scientists, writers, and above all, wonderful human beings across the globe, strengthening the brand Amity through their untiring efforts and knowledge in all walks of life. The Alumni Relations Office is grateful and thankful to our respected Vice Chancellor, Ma'am, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, and Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, for their immense guidance and encouragement to conduct this event. Our special gratitude to today's guest of honor, Mr. A.G.K. Karunakaran, for accepting our invitation and giving his precious time for the launch ceremony. A special thanks to Mr. Sandeep Tiwari, Head, Amity Alumni Association, Canada and US International Chapters, for working tirelessly for connecting more than 600 alumni based in USA and Canada and to make this event a great success. Special gratitude and thanks to all esteemed alumni panelists who represented USA and Canada International Chapters, Mr. Gaurav Bhutani, Mr. Dharesh Nair, Mr. Miss Neha Chaku, sorry, Mr. Jitesh Lingam, Miss Niti Saxena, Mr. Shirish Mishra, Dr. Harini Swaminathan, Miss Tanya Chadda, and Mr. Shubham Makharia for sharing their inspiring experiences and giving their precious gift of time from different time zones. My deep sense of appreciation and thanks to Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, Dr. Abe Bunsen, and to all the esteemed Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, campus heads, deans, HOIs, HODs, faculty members, all participants, and above all, alumni and alumni coordinators for attending this event and helping Alumni Relations Office in making this grand event success. We are thankful to Professor V.R. Pooja, Professor Dr. Lakshmi Ahuja, Ms. Ritu Bhatnagar, Mr. T.N. Mukandan, Dr. Garima Agarwal, Ms. Neha Bedi, and Ms. Sonia Singh, and all the alumni coordinators of Amity University for their support in coordinating this event with Alumni Relations Office. Finally, special thanks to, as our Honorable Founder President said, that all the members of ICC and Innovative International teams, those who are today, and we, from the bottom of our heart, we thank all of you for joining us today and giving your precious time on this virtual platform. And at last, I will say that my special thanks to Professor Dr. J.S. Sodhi, Mr. Senthil Kumar, and their IT team for their fabulous IT support, without which this would not have been possible. Once again, I thank everyone for being with us and making it a successful launch ceremony. May God bless all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the attendees from all parts of the world. Have a nice Sunday. Thank you, and be in touch with your alma mater. Thank you, sir.
Narula, you can announce that anybody needs the recording. They should write to Sandeep Tiwari or here to Vice Chancellor, anybody, because they would like to also preserve and show to their family how wonderful they spoke. So URL can be given. Dr. Sodhi will provide. And you just announce that anybody wants, they can write to Sandeep Tiwari or anybody else.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Honorable Founder President, sir, I want to say to all the alumni, those who are present here, that please, if you want, we'll be sending you the recordings, and Mr. Sandeep Tiwari ji will be having this recording, who is heading Canada and US chapters, a nodal point for all of you. And whatever you will be able to network because you are home away from home, and this is a way how you will be able to feel at home by joining this chapter and meeting during weekends and others. So Sandeep Tiwari ji will request you and will send you from Dr. Sodhi the recording, and will request you to kindly share with all the alumni. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. As a beautiful blossom, day 2 comes to an end. We have reached the end of today's event. The gift of time is one of the most immeasurable gifts that can be given by alumni. The more alumni become involved, the more robust and valuable the alumni network becomes. We are grateful for your time, suggestion, and valuable opinions. We hope this new chapter of Amity Alumni Association makes a positive difference and shall open the gateway to explore the new ways to develop synergistic plans for mutual growth. Thank you to all the dignitaries and alumni who made the efforts to be present here from their valuable time to attend the event today. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again, everybody, from the bottom of our heart. And with the permission of Honorable Founder, sir, can we close the session?
Atulji there, Atulji.
Yes, Founder.
Can you announce that any family from USA wants to send their child to the Harrow, then we have made Harrow for them next year to be operating. Just tell them, because Harrow is a dream of many, many people.
Yes, absolutely. To all the alumni and Amitians online, Harrow is one of the most prestigious schools in the United Kingdom, where 15 prime ministers have come out, Nobel laureates. Prime Minister Nehruji had gone there. Winston Churchill has studied there. It's a 450-year-old school. And as many of you will know, Harrow and Eton are the two most famous schools out of the United Kingdom. As a very unique historical happening, Harrow and Amity have partnered together to establish schools globally for Harrow, and one of the schools is coming up in New York at the 170-acre campus that we have. In addition to that, we are opening Harrow schools in India also to give a global level of education. We are starting in India, starting from Bangalore, and then we will go across the country. It's a very unique, and I think for everyone at Amity, a matter of great pride that organizations like Harrow, like Tata, or the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors of the United Kingdom have the trust in quality that we give to partner. It is very, very unique. And Dr. Chauhan, thank you for pointing this out. But we will also send information separately to all the alumni about this unique partnership that we have made.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So kind of.
Honorable Founder, sir, with your permission, can we end the event?
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, Pooja. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And I would request the IT team to kindly close the event for